Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I'll be going over unboxing of this tablet, a quick look at it, along with its specifications, build quality, and what it has to offer, and just give you my general opinions about it. And at the end of the video, I'll also be going over unboxing of one of these for it as well. And I'll also be talking about some other devices as well as a comparison of this one to some other offerings. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. Now, we're gonna get straight into this by me mentioning that I am in no way sponsored by Xiaomi or any other brand, so whatever I'm about to say about this device is uninfluenced by anyone in any kind of way. Nor is my other talking about other devices influenced by them as well. So this is just straight up only my opinion and what I think. So anyway, now that we get that out of the way, let's just flip that violently over. That was unintentional. And in here we get our device. Supports all new Xiaomi Focus Pen Pro. Cool. Well, that's a mouthful just for a pen. Anyway, let's get it out. Boot it up and come on. There we go. And set it to the side for now. Besides here, we also got our cable. And here we get a cable, and we have some quick start guide, energy ratings sticker, and well, that's it. So actually, let's put that back in here and throw that to the ground. Now, here's our device. So let's start off with the display, as this is something that you're going to be staring at for the most part. So it's best that we know what we're going to be staring at, and we're going to be staring at 11.2 inches of size with a resolution of 2136 pixels by 3200, and it's a LCD IPS display only. 68 billion colors, 144 Hz refresh rate, HDR10, not 10 plus, Dolby Vision, HDR Vivid, and peak brightness of 800 nits. It also boasts 85.3% screen to body ratio and a pixel density of 345. So generally the display right here is not necessarily the most great kind of part of it. It is an LCD display. It's nice that it has a decent brightness. It also has nice refresh rate and support for Dolby Vision, which could be nice. Though I'm not sure how that Dolby Vision will look like with peak brightness of only 800 nits. Now, keep in mind, peak brightness isn't considered as, let's call it, usable brightness. So peak brightness will only kick in when you get exposure to a high bright environment. So as an example, if I were to, on my phone, turn on flash, come on, there we go, and point it at the display, should increase in brightness, though I don't really see much of a difference here. I think it's kind of messing about that there is some moving stuff, so you can't even tell if it's getting brighter. But that's usually what will happen when you have some kind of bright light. Like if you point a flashlight to it, it does usually boost up in brightness. So this could be happening after the setup is completed, maybe. So again, 800 nits isn't necessarily the brightness that you're going to be usually using. So typically you're going to have much, maybe not much, but definitely lower brightness than 800. So that will also impact your HDR viewing content. Anyway, now let's move on to the problem that this device has, in my opinion, which is the back of it, that hideous camera bump. Now here, at least, it's housing a 50 megapixel sensor on a tablet. So that is an 1.8 aperture wide sensor that can do 4K 60, surprisingly enough. So actually, that is acceptable bump for a 4K 60 here. Anyway, and at the front, we got a 32 megapixel wide sensor that, or sorry, ultra wide sensor that does only 1080p 30. So in general, the camera bump at the back will be a little bit annoying, as you can see, it does add a decent amount of wobble. It's positioned onto the side, and its position, or it's kind of sticking out, so it's in an unfortunate place, unfortunate shape. And to solve this, you will probably need to use some kind of case for this if it bothers you. Anyway, now moving on into the internals. So in this device, we got a 9200 mAh battery that can be charged at 67 watts. Now, obviously, charger isn't provided with the device, so you will need to buy that separately. And as a bullshit excuse of companies telling you that they're doing this to save the environment, they're sure as shit not showing it by releasing a garbage landfill of phones every single year, all throughout the years. So if you're gonna try to make me believe that you care so much about the environment, stop producing e-waste. But assuming you're not doing that, how about include a damn charger in a freaking box? Now, I like to have a full package for the device, so this tablet will last approximately 110 hours, though that is in whatever mode the energy sticker is supposedly rated for, and on top of that, when the battery is charged to full. This one is at 50% probably, as that's usually what you get. Let's see, does it say here? 64. Okay, so we're definitely not getting that 110 hours. So with that in mind, yeah, we're after that 50 hours, or maybe let's put it 60 maybe even, yeah, this device dies and I can't use it. Now, I would like to be able to charge my tablet that I will be paying for it. Definitely not the price that is listed right here, as that's 340 euros, and that's the same one that the cheaper one was at. No, sorry, it was 260. I guess on the last video I kind of messed up the two different ones. So, okay, it's unfortunate, but yeah, 340, and that would equate to 340. Actually, wait, let me just check it out on official website. That's probably going to be a much better idea. Where the hell is it? Tablets. Where the hell do they have them? Oh, there we go. So we're looking at a price of 2.6 thousand PLN. Now that is going to be I have no internet. Great. Okay, let me check it out on my phone then, which doesn't care that I don't have internet. So that is about $700 US, which would already include tax. So not the cheapest device. And continuing on with this, so inside we get that 9267 watts, and we are being powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite. And the tablet itself comes with the lowest end option with 128 gigabytes of built-in storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM with no expandable storage whatsoever, meaning you can't pop in an SD card. Now you can actually get it up with a higher storage and RAM options, so there is ample amounts of them, but the highest one, so the highest you can go, would be half a terabyte and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And Xiaomi did again the stupid shit right here by giving you UFS storage type 3.1 when you pick up the 128 gigabyte storage, which basically means you have an inferior storage type, slower one compared to the other options, kind of trying to force you to go for the more expensive one when the device already is a little bit too expensive, I would argue. And anyway, so that's the storages. For the rest of them, you get the 4.1, which would be faster. Now, lastly, we can talk about the build quality right here, which obviously we have a front glass right here, and the back is made out of aluminum, and also the frame is aluminum, as it's just one piece. It's just kind of rounded around onto the sides. And you can see this has this nice, kind of hard to show this, but it has this nice kind of green color. Camera isn't really picking it up, but it looks, I have to say, it looks pretty nice. I really like the tone right here. So that's pretty cool. And in terms of what do we have on the sides, the top we have our power button, which doubles as a fingerprint sensor from what I can see. We have our speakers, which have Dolby Vision Atmos branding. Now Vision is for the display, so I'm not sure how branding on the speakers will do that, but okay. But in any case, if you're buying this because you have the Dolby Atmos right here, yeah, don't. And you shouldn't even ever consider that any tablet is capable of doing any kind of Dolby related stuff. It might play more sound through those speakers, but it's not the actual, like, what you'd experience in an actual Atmos setup, which you have sounds coming from all around you. This will just play those sound that would have been coming from, for instance, from overhead through the speakers on the sides, which is not as intended. Now on the I guess bottom or left side, depending on how you're holding it, you have absolutely nothing. And then the bottom where you have the charging port, you have, well, charging port along with more speakers. And the other side here we have I think these are microphone holes right here for like noise cancellation, or volume rockers, and I think this is for pen, to attach your pen right here and charge it, as these devices do have support for a pen, which again you need to buy separately. So there we go, that's basically everything that we have around here. And generally this is a okay device. It's nothing that is kind of breaking out of the ordinary. It's not giving you the great kind of value for money like Xiaomi sometimes does. I do want to give them a shout. They sometimes, when they pop something out, when they cook really hard, like, they do that really good. So one of those things would be the Poco F8 Ultra and Pro. These are both devices that are coming at half the price of any other competition, basically, offering you, for instance, the Ultra offering you a flagship performance from a phone at like $600 US. It's basically unheard of. Most phones cost twice as much. Shit, even their own new phones, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, the Leica branded one, cost whopping $2.5 grand. Like, you must be f***ing high to even conceive this kind of price. Like, what do you offer? Nothing. And especially now, which they released the Leica branded one, and all it has to offer is the Leica branding, in my opinion, and that little scroll wheel at the back for it. You have someone like Samsung, which comes out with the S26 Ultra, which has still decent cameras, or will have decent cameras. I presume it's not out yet. And it has this privacy glass, which actually required some engineering. So Samsung is offering at half the cost something that offers, in my opinion, more. And hey, you can get that Samsung, you have privacy glass and good cameras, and then get a DSLR with it. So yeah, like I said, Xiaomi here is all over the place. Sometimes they offer absolute bangers, just phones and devices that are so good for the money that it's unbelievable that they're even selling it. And then they're doing the exact opposite. They release some phone that doesn't really offer that much and charge triple, quadruple of what they would normally charge for this device. I mean, just take a look at the Poco F8 Ultra and the 17 Ultra branded by like Leica. These are two humongously different price points, while the device has very similar specifications. Anyway, so price-wise here, I feel like it's a little bit too high. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is the alternatives. So you can get something like the Oppo Pad 5, and that will come with a Dimensity 9400 Plus, which is a tiny bit faster than what we have right here. It will also have a bigger battery, faster charging. Cameras won't be as good, but you're probably not getting a tablet for camera purposes, let's be honest here. So if we skip that, you get also bigger display, which is nice, and a little bit of a lower price tag. So if we're talking about performance in itself, from what I found on nanoreview.net, these are very close to each other. So for instance, the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is the one that is right here, is about 1% faster in N2 to 10 benchmarks. But then Geekbench 6, it has a little bit better lead at 8% over the Dimensity, so in single and multi-core. But then GPU performance on the other hand side, the Dimensity has better. It has 7% lead over the Snapdragon and GPU performance from that Geekbench 6 benchmarks. So if you're looking for a gaming oriented device, you might want to actually look at the Oppo Pad 5 instead of this one, as it will get you a little bit better gaming performance and it will cost you less. Now, that being said, for instance, these devices right here have the added benefit of coming with things like this. So Xiaomi is trying to, by the looks of it, copy Apple, and that's undeniable. They've been doing that for some time. But it hasn't ever been more apparent than with cases like this, which are literal copies of like folio case. And these are nice. Let's be honest. We're gonna unbox this one, take a look at it. So if you're looking for a multi-function productivity device, this could obviously be a decent option. Probably better than the Pad 5 that I mentioned, because Pad 5 doesn't really have things like this designed deliberately for it. And this one specifically is a little bit nicer. And you will see in a second why. It definitely doesn't open nicely. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna get rid of this. And I've been bamboozled. So this one isn't the nicer case. This one is still the crappy trash that you'd actually expect, and furthermore, it even has just a connection here. So anyway, I do want to point out there is a better option of this one, which does have a trackpad, which they do have pictures of on their website. I thought that this might be actually this one, but it's not. So this one is just a keyboard one, and unfortunately this one just does this prop kind of positioning right here. The keyboard one, the one that has a keyboard and trackpad below, has this Apple-like design where it's actually floating. So it's kind of lifted and at an angle, and it's, you know, has a hinge in there so you can move it around, position it. So that would have been probably better to have right here, but unfortunately I don't. I just have the crappy keyboard one. So, but in any case, the point still stands that this device does have access to these kind of things, which, like I mentioned, the other device that I was talking about as a recommendation does not have things like this. It also has, obviously, you can get a pen for this thing. You can get trackpad, keyboard combo, and additionally, you can obviously always plug in a mouse, but you can do that with every device that has a primarily Type-C. So that's not really that of a standout feature, but because of the cases like this, or ones with trackpads and stuff, you basically have a mobile station that you can move around as a work purposes or whatever. It's super small at only like 12 inches, less than 12 inches, 11.2 inches more precisely. So it's a relatively small, light device, and it still has a pretty decent power inside, allowing you for, I would consider, a decent kind of versatility. So yeah, now the case itself that I have right here isn't necessarily anything special. The colors of it are just blend gray, so it's not that good. For some reason, it has also a printout number on here. I don't know if that's a serial number or what the hell is that, but you can see it right here. Now, I'm not sure why I would be seeing any kind of numbering right here. on the front of the case. That's kind of stupid. Could have put that inside where the tablet usually sits, you know, so whatever. And I do much rather prefer the green color of this tablet rather than this blend gray lifeless color, if you can even call that a color. So anyway, that's about it. So I hope you found this video helpful. I try to go over a couple different things while talking about these devices, not only just specs and stuff like that, but give you just general opinions, what's out there if you haven't known, and from there maybe you can pick out some device that would suit you better over what you just seen being released. And because I'm also not like obligated to glaze any of these companies, I can just say whatever the hell I want, and I'll recommend whatever I want because I don't need to worry about not being sponsored. So anyway, that's about it. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome, and follow me as I Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So, when you boot it up for the very first time, you should be presented with the very similar page, or identical to the one that I see. Xiaomi HyperOS. So we're just going to click on the arrow right here, and this will move us to the language selection page. I think normally it will choose the language of the region you're in. Right now for me it's selecting actually English, but it's from UK. Oh god, please no. I prefer something that isn't UK. Let's go with the US. That seems better. At least they have still freedom of speech. Anyway, moving on, we can actually choose a region, which I will actually be selecting where I'm from, which is Poland. Now, I would actually recommend possibly changing it to a region that you might not live in, one that is particularly in EU, so European Union. Now, this could be completely baseless idea, but hey, if there is a slightest chance that it could potentially work, you might as well take it. As choosing a different region other than just what it lists right here, as far as I can tell, has literally no impact on your device. So let's select, at least I will be selecting Poland, and I'll explain why in a second once I type it in. There we go. So the reason for that is European Union is much more consumer friendly. So when they come up with some kind of laws, they are usually catering more towards consumers rather than the corporations, which is the exact opposite thing that US does. US is more catering towards corporations and screw over the consumers, right? Because consumers are the ones that are the product bringing in the money for the actual corporation, which then US gets to tax. So that's great. We don't get to tax these corporations, so we couldn't give two shits less. And obviously this could be completely incorrect in a way, logic, but hey, let's be honest, corporations are screwing us over. So any kind of chance that they don't, it's pretty great. Now, by EU coming up with some kind of law, and a company that wants to continue selling their devices in this region, considering European Union as an example, will need to comply with those. And if they don't, they either get fined or they just completely get banned. And by selecting that you're maybe from Poland as an example, even though you're, I don't know, maybe in US, possibly in the future when there's some kind of law forcing a company to, I don't know, maybe, as an example, Google, it needs to cease their BS with locking down their OS and application kind of monitoring, because that's just creepy and literally removes the point of an Android system, because they're planning to basically block any kind of potential third-party application installs from outside of Play Store as long as the developer of the application doesn't dox themselves to Google and pays a fine. And that's great. So there is a possible chance in the future that EU will basically get on Google's ass, and Google will be forced to change this. And they might only change it in European Union by selecting this region, you could maybe get these changes implemented, even though you're potentially, let's say, live in US. Now, like I said, there is a small chance, so I have no clue how that works. I guess that's something that we're going to find out in the future once European Union, maybe, hopefully, gets back to them with that. So anyway, let's move on. Now, next page we have terms and conditions. We have user agreement, privacy policy, and let's be honest, no one ever reads a single word of this. So we're just going to check the box right here that I have read and agreed to user agreement and privacy policy. Of course I read it. Sure. Let's move on. And here we got set up using another device. So on your other device, you might get this kind of pop-up. What you want to do with it is say, select this, close. Now the reason for that, this basically allows you to move over your Google account along the data to this device easily by just doing the like number matching kind of thing that Google does. Now, in a way, this is pretty awful. So it's partially like a restore of a backup in a way, if you can call that even that. So it allows you to move over your things like call logs and other things, Google accounts, photos, and so on. But let's be honest, all the things that are supposedly being moved are ones that are already being yoinked by Google to the cloud so they can monetize, train their AIs, and sell. So in reality, you're just accessing what's already available in the cloud. And furthermore, any kind of applications that come from outside of Play Store aren't even moved or anything like that. So it's kind of useless. Also, if the applications that were on the Play Store no longer are there, those are getting ignored. Now, Xiaomi themselves has their own kind of application for migration, which I'll show at the end of the video, as it is going to be a much, much better option over what this awful garbage is. So let's move on, which then gets us to connect to network. This step is completely optional. You don't need to do so. So I'm going to be skipping it. By skipping it, my device will be set up in what could be considered as an offline mode. So I won't be able to restore apps and data, get software updates, have date and time set automatically, and so on, so on. Now, these are all going to, you can change it later on in the settings, so it doesn't really matter that much. So here we have the option to select a screen lock now. In the first option, the only screen lock, we have three options, which is PIN, pattern, or password. And then we get the fingerprint and face recognition. Now for the fingerprint and face recognition, these two are biometrics. Now biometrics aren't always 100% reliable. So if you're planning to use either one of those or both, you will always be forced to select a screen lock, as when that biometric is giving you a sissy fit and refusing to unlock your device because you got a tiny little blemish or your finger or your face, you can always rely on a PIN, pattern, password, which couldn't care less about those. And as long as you insert it correctly, it's going to unlock your device. Now, alternatively, you don't need to protect your device at all. On a tablet, I think it's a little bit more okay than on a phone, as your tablet primarily will be at your house. So, and also for certain people, tablet is just kind of like a general media device that can be, picked up by anyone at the family and just used. So, screen lock sometimes might just not have any kind of need there. But if you tend to take your device, maybe you work with it or stuff like that, I would potentially recommend selecting some kind of screen lock, like a pattern or whatever. That's what I'll be selecting. Xiaomi considers their user base to be room temperature, so they give you a little message that you need to remember your screen lock, like no shit, water is wet. You freaking kidding me? Just get me to the goddamn... There we go. So we're gonna do this twice, and we're gonna confirm it. Now when you select confirm, it's automatically set, and you can check it even right now. You can see we already need to insert it. Now here we have Google services. I'll actually take a moment to explain these. So if you don't care about privacy, security kind of thing, by all means just skip forward till I get out of this page. But for people that do care to kind of go over this and want to find out a little bit more, stick around. So we have a couple different services like location, scanning, sending user and diagnostic data, and then lastly install updates and apps. So to go over these and completely like dismantle them, we have use location, which basically allows apps and services to locate with location permissions to use your device's location, and basically location accuracy, by the way, uses your Wi-Fi or GPS to assess your more accurate location. So by turning that off, you would be thinking that your device is now offline, or maybe not offline, but completely untrackable. Well, think twice, that's not really how it works. Additionally, when you turn that off, automatically the allow scanning also gets turned off. So this one is not the kind of BS kind of message. So allow apps and services to scan for Wi-Fi networks and nearby devices at any time, even when Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is turned off. Now, by turning that off, by the way, you're just supposedly preventing applications from being able to scan applications and services, so they can scan. Now, one very important message in here that I find absolutely ridiculous is the fact that it literally states that they do that even when Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is off. How? How you be scanning for Wi-Fi signals and Bluetooth if it's off? Now, the general kind of idea is, if I'm correct, it's basically doing the same kind of thing that Apple does. So Apple devices also have obviously Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but in there, when you try to turn off your Wi-Fi, as an example, it's never actually turned off. It disconnects from everything and it's unavailable, but it's not off. And I think here's the same kind of logic, though Google does it in a different way, where it's just kind of showing you like it's off. So you think it's turned off, but it might not be by this message right here, which in itself would claim that this isn't basically how it works. So, and this toggle only prevents applications and services for scanning, right? It doesn't actually prevent other devices, in this case, from scanning for your device, which has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, apparently. Considering other things, the apps here can use something that is already off. That would imply that other devices scanning for your device can still access what is off. In any case, next one, we have send user and diagnostic data. Now, generally, I consider any kind of data coming from this device, no matter how any corporation wants to classify, to be user data. It's my device, whatever it's coming off of this device, any kind of kilobit or whatever is the smallest kind of minuscule amount of data coming from here is my data. I don't give two shits what they want to call it, diagnostic, required, or whatever the shit they want to classify it as. Is my data, and I don't want to share it. Now, this is in a way kind of labeled a little bit differently though in here, as it's basically one of those basically, let us spy on you to, in quotation mark, help us improve our services. This is basically from Google, right? Help improve Android devices experience by automatically sending diagnostic device and app usage and blah, blah, blah. Any kind of shit that you couldn't care less about. Now, I am, in a way, a believer that if you're paying for a device, which you did, and it's coming with its OS, whatever this is, right? Android here. You already purchased it. If it's not fully developed yet, then fucking fix it. It's not up to you to share your information so Google can use it and sell it and make money and, in quotation mark, then use that to improve the service. It should have already been improved. Any other improvements that they want to make, it's on them. It's not on you to share the data with them for them to improve it. If they want to continue selling their devices, it's in their interest to find out ways to make it better. It's not up to you to share your data with them to do that. So, obviously, no matter what that is, you want to turn it off. And by the way, that naming for most of them is very kind of misleading. Send user and diagnostic data. Or, for instance, scanning and stuff like that. So, in any case, all of these are just kind of fluff. Well, let's be honest, Google never ceases to most likely stop gathering this data. So, even if you turn that off, I highly doubt let's put my tinfoil hat on, that they ever stop doing this. It's Google after all. They're in the business of selling your personal information and advertisements and advertising to you with that personal information, and not actually selling you privacy and security. Which also leads me to the last option right here, which is install updates and apps. And this is just basically Google coming in here, swinging their sausage and just showing you a middle finger and being like, haha, sucks to suck, loser. By continuing, you agree to that this device may also automatically download and install updates and apps from Google. Wow, great. Would be nice if I could actually disagree with that piece of shit. And that is an absolute abhorrent thing that is right here. Now, luckily, by agreeing to it, you're just agreeing, but you can take measures to basically prevent that from ever happening. And I'll talk about this in a second, but I do want to first give you a little bit of a backstory to something that might matter and why you might actually want to basically prevent your device from doing that. So one of the most recent kind of examples that have happened was with Samsung, and specifically Samsung smart fridges. You know, the same fridge that has a display and will, for instance, push notifications to your phone that you forgot to close the door of a fridge. Oh, if it's so smart, why doesn't it close itself, by the way? But whatever. And anyway, Samsung was selling that fridge for like, what, $3,000? Some obscene amount just because it had a freaking Android, I think, and a display that you could, you know, leave yourself notes, put pictures on that display, and make grocery lists and so on, right? Cool stuff. It was so cool for that money that Samsung decided that they're gonna start giving you advertisements on those fridges. And that piece of shit came in through what's called an OTA update, over the air. That's a fancy way of basically calling something that is gonna be installing anything that you wouldn't want to without your permission or knowledge. That's kind of what OTA is. Now, it should have been called basically forced update without your permission, but instead it's over the air. So it's kind of like obscure in the naming. What the shit is supposed to be over the air? So I'm mentioning that because those people that got those fridges now get advertisements on them, and they couldn't really stop it from happening because in settings there is nothing like over-the-air updates. There are updates that you can disable, but you can disable those. This is exactly a process that is running in the background of your device constantly, that when a company like Google decides to utilize it, they will do so. And they will do it without your permission or knowledge. Hey, you might have disabled all kind of updates. Android updates, app updates, that's cool. You have the option to do so. But over the air, oh, no. Google wouldn't want you to have the option to disable that. They want to have control over that. And when they decide that they're going to change something, you surely won't be having any kind of say in this. And that leads me to the thing that Google will be doing. So in September of 2026, which is coming up in less than a year, Google is planning to implement basically blocking of third-party app installation. Now, this is the second time around they're trying to get through this. I presume it's in hopes that people will forget and not give them shit for it. So first time they came up with this, and it had as much of an effect as you would expect. People were enraged. Rightfully so. And then Google tried to make them think that they're idiots by saying, oh, no, you're misunderstanding what we're saying. What we're saying actually is that you understand it correctly, but you're incorrect in your understanding correctly what we were saying. So basically they were trying to bullshit you that, no, we're not going to be actually blocking app installation from third-party sources. We're just going to be requiring that the developers pay a ransom to sign their application by providing their personal information like their first, last name, and all the other shit that we require, and pay us so you can now install the application from anywhere, as long as they followed all those guidelines there that we are forcing on them. Now, as a person that is developing a application outside of Play Store, and that application will allow you to do things that Google wouldn't want you to do, as a developer that, for instance, gives access to, I don't know, TV shows and movies for free, or, for instance, bypasses things like YouTube's ads, right? Like the YouTube Revents application. Google now has the information to find that person by first and last name, know who they are, and just chase them with a freaking hit squad of lawyers. Yeah, that is basically telling people that you're killed off app installation from third-party sources and go piss off otherwise. And obviously they went back on that kind of thing, pretending that we're not going to do this. We're just going to make it more annoying, like Samsung does. And then again, at the beginning of 2026, they're like, "Ha, psych, gotcha. We're actually bringing it back. Hopefully you forgot by now." I didn't. You can go piss off, Google. I'm going to disable this shit, or I'm just going to leave Google. So, in any case, with that being said, in September 2026, you won't be able to install third-party updates or applications, as long as these didn't pay a ransom to Google to be installable. Now, there is a way to circumvent this, as this will be an update done to your device without your permission through that OTA garbage. And you can download from Play Store an application that allows you to view third parties' processes that are running on your device. Find the OTA update services process and straight up delete it. So this will basically prevent Google from being able to load that piece of shit onto your device, and therefore you'd be kind of immune to that unless you reset the device and connect it to network later on, which would in case then automatically load that up. But as it is using this device and you haven't gotten that update yet and you delete it, you should be fine. But I want to mention, by deleting that, you're also opening up your device to potential exploits, as the OTA update services are also responsible, as far as I know, for the security patches that you get. In any case, something that you should be aware of, as obviously it will change how Android in itself works. And one of the biggest portion of Android was the fact that you were able to install applications from anywhere without Google being the middleman. But Google now decides that they're not going to be on the sidelines. They want cut from every kind of shit that they possibly can. So they're kind of turning into a shittier Apple, because they don't provide you with security and privacy. They're proactively do the exact opposite by selling it. And now they also want to lock down your device to only allow you installing things from what they will allow you to install. Thank you very much. I can fucking manage myself, and I can decide what I will install myself. I don't need middlemen here. Anyway, moving on to basic settings. Now, basic settings will comprise of a lot of settings from Xiaomi now. And again, we have things like location, which this one is from Xiaomi again, automatic system update, sending user and diagnostic data. As I said, they repeat because they are now from Xiaomi. Xiaomi also wants your data. But one of the ones that I personally hate here is the personalized ads. It's basically a dog shit that spies on you to check what you talk about, what you write about, to then give you ads based on those quotation mark interests. And let's be honest, I don't want my device to give me personalized ads. I don't want ads at all. You can go piss off. And just getting ads already pissed me off. And on top of that, something that is trying to spy on me to try to help me by finding things that I might be interested in just kind of gives me the most disgusting kind of feeling in my stomach that I just despise. So we're gonna turn that piece of shit off. And I do want to point out this cunt way of doing this. So when you try to turn it off, it gives you a pop-up. No other option in here gives you this pop-up outside of this. And furthermore, instead of doing like any kind of confirmation to an action would have been done, which is selected by blue on the right side, Xiaomi here tries to do the reverse psychology by making you think that what you're confirming is this option, right? Well, think again, it just turned back on. Despicable. Let's move on to turn on parental control. Obviously, if you want, you can set that up. I don't really care about parental control. It's not like I have kids. So we're going to move on anyway further. Next, we have font settings. Now, this is just basically font choice, but in reality, they're the same font. They're just different by size. So choose whichever one you want. Next, we have gestures. It automatically opts into them. So as you can see, we can just go through this. Cool, gestures, and that's about it. It didn't seem like there's an option to change it. Once you go to the next page, you can basically get access to the home screen. Should happen any moment now. Now, because I didn't see really option there to allow you to change gestures, I am going to also quickly show that, as well as the application that you want to use for moving your data. So to move your data, you would be looking for the Me Mover application. I guess not like that. Okay, I think it's going to be here. Yep. So it's in the, by default, in the Tools folder right here on the first page, Me Mover. And to migrate data from your old device to this one, you just download this application on any other device of any kind of brand. If you have another Xiaomi device that you'd be moving this data from to this one, then Xiaomi devices already have this application pre-installed. It's their application that comes with their devices. But if you have something else like a Samsung, for instance, you would need to download through Play Store Me Mover, connect these two devices together, and it can easily move over all your data. And it's one of the best ways you can do this. I highly recommend using that over any other option. So that's one. And to change your navigation style, because it wasn't in the setup, you would want to go into, I think, additional settings. And at the bottom here, you will find full screen display. And you have buttons and gestures right here. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to change video resolution. So at first, open your camera app. Now, once you're in video mode, you'll notice a resolution icon right here. So smoothly by tapping, you can apply, for example, 4K. Then just start recording. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys! Today I've got the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro and I'm going to show you how you can easily do a factory reset of your Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. The first and the most important thing is that you need to at first go straight into the settings. Here, about tablet, scroll down, factory reset, erase all data. Here, and that should be it. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, today we've got here a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate tap sounds. So at first, enroll the settings. Then find and select sound, scroll down and go to additional settings. Here under system sounds, you will notice several options. The first one is tap sounds. So just mark it here, and that's it. That will be all. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome to our channel. In this video, I will show you how to factory reset Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. Go to the settings, about tablet, factory reset. Here press erase all data. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to locate serial number assigned to this device. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select About Tablet, scroll down and enroll detailed info and specification, scroll down, go to status and mark model. And here you've got your serial number right under model. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate demo mode on this device. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select additional settings, and here choose developer options. Now locate demo mode and just mark the indicator. Click on turn on to activate it, and that's it. Now you're in demo panel. Whenever you want to switch it off, just unmark the indicator. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to close all running apps. So basically all you have to do is to slide with your finger up and hold it for a while. Here you've got all apps that are currently active, and to close them all at once, just mark clear all. And that's it. If you'll tap here again, you will find, okay, so there's one icon, but you should find here no recent items. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, today we've got here Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to reset camera settings. So at first, let's open your camera app. Now enroll more options by sliding down here and go to settings. Here go to general and now mark other settings. And if you want to go back to default camera values, just mark restore and tap on OK to confirm. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to reset network settings. So if you wish to reset network settings, just enroll the settings of course, then go to more connectivity options, and you will notice here reset Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And now if you truly want to do it, if you really want to get rid of all settings, including those for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, just mark reset settings. Confirm by tapping on OK. And that's it. As you can see, it has been done. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate camera timer. So at first, open your camera app. Let me just go with all these settings, and now once you're in photo mode, just enroll more options. Here you will notice timer, pick 3, 5 or 10 seconds delay, and now you can grab a photo with selected delay, however you prefer. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to clear credentials. So at first, just enroll the settings. Now find and select fingerprints, face data and screen lock, and here go to privacy. Now scroll all the way down and enroll more security settings. Here you will notice encryption and credentials, tap to open and mark clear credentials. If you truly want to do it, just select OK. And that's it, that would be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, today we've got here Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to change screen timeout. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select lock screen and mark sleep. Now pick the period of time after which you want your display to fall asleep. You can go with 15, 30 seconds, 1 to 5, 10 minutes, or even never, as it is currently set. I'll go with 2 minutes, and that's it. From now on, your screen would fall asleep after 2 minutes of inactivity. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to boot developer options. So at first, open the settings, then find and select about tablet, and here you've got OS version. Tap on it 7 times, then draw an unlock pattern if you have one, and as you can see, from now on you are a developer. So now scroll down to additional settings and you will be able to find developer options right here. Customize it however you like, just pick the option that you want to manage and enjoy. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome to our channel. In this video, I will show you how to turn on workstation mode on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. First of all, go to the settings. Next, features for tablets. Here, workstation. And in this path, you can turn on workstation mode. That's all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
Hello everyone, and in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to set up the full browser. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select apps. Now tap on more icon and select other settings. Here go to default apps, you've got it at the top of the list, and choose browser, but obviously it works all the same for any other app of yours. So once you want to set up the full browser, just mark the one that you want to use as a default one, go back, and as you can see, it is already set. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel, and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, today we've got here Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate automatic system updates. So at first, let's open the settings. Then from main settings list, select additional settings. And you'll notice here developer options. Now scroll down, and here we've got automatic system updates. So just mark the indicator, and that's it. From now on, updates will be applied automatically whenever device restarts. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I've got the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro and I'm going to show you how to enable the developer options in this device. The first and the most important thing is that you need to at first open the settings over here. Now tap here about tablet, and now here you need to tap here detail info and specs right here. Now you need to tap here the OS version until you see you are now a developer. Once you see that, you are good to go. If you see that you need to enter your pattern or passcode or anything else, just put it here. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to clear browsing data. So first of all, we have to open the browser that you are using. In my case, it is Google Chrome. Now tap on more icon and select delete browsing data. Go to more options, and here you can smoothly customize it. So just mark everything that you want to remove, then pick the time range and tap delete data. And that's it. Now you can create history from scratch. So that would be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I've got the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro and I'm going to show you how to enable the workstation mode in this device. The first, the most important thing is that you need to open the settings over here. Now once you did that, you need to head over to the features for tablets. As you can see, workstation. Tap it, tap the stick to enable, and now here we have our workstation mode enabled, and that's it. Have a nice day.
Welcome to our channel. In this video, I will show you how to change refresh rate of your screen on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. First of all, go to the settings. Next, display and brightness. Here, refresh rate. And here you can change your refresh rate to custom. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and press like button below the video. Goodbye.
morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate OTG connection. So first of all, enroll the settings. Then from main settings list, so from this panel, select additional settings and click on OTG, which is for on-the-go connection. So as you can see, if you wish to activate it, just mark this switcher, and whenever you want to turn it off, you can either use this indicator as well, or you can just leave it active because it will be turned off automatically after 10 minutes of inactivity. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Xiaomi 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off location. Begin by going into Devices Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. Then tap on Location here and use this switcher next to Use Location to switch it off or turn it on. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hello guys! Today I've got the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro and I'm going to show you how to back up the data to cloud with your HyperOS 3 on your Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. At first you need to open the settings. Here you need to open here the your About Tablet section, and now you need to scroll down to the Backup and Restore. Here tap this option and here Backup. We here have the Google Backup, or if you go back you'll see Xiaomi Cloud. Here sign to use Xiaomi Cloud and you'll be able to sync up data and find your device. So you have two options of these things. Goodbye.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to reset app preferences. So at first enroll the settings, then find and select apps, and here tap on more icon, which is 3 dots one in the right upper corner. Now go to other settings and click on reset app preferences. And now, if you truly want to reset all preferences for disabled apps, disabled app notifications, default applications for actions, background data restriction for apps, or any other permission restrictions, just mark reset apps. And that's it, that will be all. So, thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel, and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys! Today I'm going to show you how you can easily pair your tablet with the Wi-Fi 7 network. So the first and the most important thing is that you need to open the settings. Now the thing you need to do is to open here the Wi-Fi. As you can see here, now I'm connected to some Wi-Fi network. To connect to the other one, which is the Wi-Fi 7, tap your Wi-Fi network and just put the password. You need to make sure that this network is Wi-Fi 7. If it is, you will be able to connect. As you can see, now I am. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate Google Backup. So at first enroll the settings, then go to About Tablet, and here locate Backup and Restore. Here go to Backup under Google Backups and click on Turn On. And now if you wish to activate full Google Backup, just mark both photos and videos along with other device data. Obviously if you want to backup photos only, just leave only this first icon active, mark Confirm, and that's it. As you can see, from now on your data is secured. So that will be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to apply dark mode on this device. So at first enroll the settings, then find and select display and brightness, and here is mark dark mode, and that's it. as you can see right after you click it is applied, you can smoothly use your device in dark mode. If you wish to customize it, just mark dark mode options, and you can activate switch to dark mode automatically, so you can set some schedule, or you can set it from individual apps if you want to. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to connect to Wi-Fi 6E network on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. Go to the settings, Wi-Fi, find the network with 6E connection. I entered the password, and that's it. I connected to it. So please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change font style. First of all, go into settings and scroll a tiny bit to click on display and brightness. Now scroll all the way down to click on font settings. Click on one of those font styles to apply the best one for you, and go back. As you can see, after a few seconds, style of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to turn on developer mode on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. Go to the settings, about tablet, and click OS version sometime. Now draw your pattern, and I am developer. Now I can type to search developer options, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Press like button below the video and subscribe. Goodbye.
Good morning guys, so in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate or deactivate battery percentage and status bar. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select notifications and status bar, and here you will notice battery indicator. Just mark to enroll and pick the option that you like the most. So you can hide the battery indicator and leave just the graphic, either this one or that one, whichever you prefer. Or if you want to see the current battery level, you can place it either inside the battery icon or outside the indicator, however you prefer. So that's it, that will be all. So we can customize battery indicator. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to change date and time on this device. So at first, let's open the settings, then go to additional settings and select date and time. And to switch it, to change it, you need to turn off automatic date and time at first, and now just set it up manually by yourself. Let me go back in time to 2015, then let's change the hour as well, and that's it. This panel also allows you to customize time zone. Just unmark the automatic one and pick the region and time zone if there's more than one. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can resize font. First of all, go into settings and scroll to click on display and brightness available here. Now scroll all the way down, click on Font Settings, and operate this slider to adjust your font size. You can check out Preview at the top. When you finished, go back and your changes will be automatically applied. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can rename it. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on About Tablet over here. Then select device name and type in whatever you want to, like Sunny. When you finished, click on this icon of a check mark at the top right corner, and after a few seconds, name of my device has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So at first, open the settings, then find and select apps. And here you've got all apps, so you can go either app by app or start with those that you use most frequently. And here just mark clear data, and you will find here clear cache. Tap on OK, and that's it. Just go app by app. There's nothing to clean. Just go app by app and clear cache over here. Then your device would work way smoother, way faster. So that's it. That would be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I have got the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro tablet, and I'm going to show you how you can easily set up the split screen multitasking. So the first thing you need to do is to head over to the actually it's an application that supports it. Let it be LinkedIn, for example. Now let me close this application and let me open, for example, Spotify. Now let me close both applications like this. We need to go to the main menu of the applications. Now hold one application and tap this middle button over here. Now select second application. And now, as you can see, we have split screen for both applications. And that's how it works. Goodbye.
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to enable LDAC high quality Bluetooth audio on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. Go to the settings, additional settings, a bit below developer options. And here you can change to the biggest quality. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all your downloads. First of all, you need to find an app called File Manager that's already on your Xiaomi. Click on it and scroll on the left to access transfers and downloads. As you can see, all of my downloaded files are over here. Now to open one, click on it, and to manage one, use all of those options at the bottom or hold it here and use all of those. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to check total screen time. So at first, let's open the settings. Then find and select digital well-being and parental controls. And here you've got kind of basic data. If you want to explore it a bit more, just mark in the middle of the screen, and here you can check statistics for each day. You can check screen time, notifications received, or times opened. Here you can send feedback, check your data, check privacy policy, terms of service, and so on. And here you can pick some particular app and check statistics for this app only. It can be checked daily or hourly. So this is it. Keep an eye on screen time, it's quite important. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to remove Google account from this device. So at first, enroll the settings. Then from main settings list, select additional settings, and here you will notice accounts and synchronization. Now choose the account that you want to remove, tap on more icon, and then select remove account. And if you truly want to get rid of this account, you have to be aware that it will remove all its messages, contacts, and other data from this device, from this tablet. And if you truly want to do it, just mark remove account, confirm by tapping on OK, then provide your fingerprint or password pattern, whatever you use. And that's it. As you can see, it is no longer connected with your device, but obviously you can add it anytime. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can check a password in Passwords Manager. First of all, go into Settings and scroll down to click on Google. Now choose All Services. Scroll again and hit Autofill with Google here. Now tap on Google Password Manager. Select any password to check and enter your screen lock. Tap on this eye icon and this way make your password visible. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to backup Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro data to cloud with HyperOS 3. Go to the settings, about tablet, backup and restore, backup, and here we must turn on it. Sorry, we must get back. Here Xiaomi Cloud, here backups, and turn it on. Here we can choose how often backups will be done. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can clean storage. Start by opening Settings and tapping on About Tablet right away. Then select Storage, hit Free Up, and wait. When you see this pop-up, tap on Consent. Click on Cleanup at the bottom and wait again. This time, as you can see, start of my Xiaomi was successfully cleaned. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can delete the password from Passwords Manager. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on this section called Google. Now tap on All Services. Scroll again and tap on Autofill with Google here. Choose Google Password Manager. Click on any password you want to delete and enter your current login method. Then choose the Delete button and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Come to our channel. In this video, I will show you how to use shortcuts on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. First of all, go to the settings, additional settings, they are here. Languages and input, manage keyboards, choose your keyboard, here physical keyboard, system physical keyboard settings, and here keyboard shortcuts. Here we can see all shortcuts on our keyboard. Let's use, I don't know, home screen. I press it and settings are closed and we can see home screen. That's all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can delete Google search bar from home screen. First of all, you need to hold your search bar and wait for this pop-up to show. When it does, hit remove and wait. As you can see, my search bar was successfully deleted. To restore it, pinch your display and tap on widgets at the bottom in the middle. Then scroll. Hold this widget under Google, place it wherever you wish and let go. Then click on the Home button. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off auto rotation. First of all, go into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen. Then look for Auto Rotate shortcut, which is this one with a padlock. When you find it, click on it. And when it turns white and padlock closes, that means that auto rotation is off. That's because your screen is currently locked in this orientation. So to enable auto rotation, click on white shortcut until it turns gray and padlock opens. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can edit password in Passwords Manager. Open Settings and scroll to click on this section called Google. Now tap on All Services. scroll again and this time tap on Autofill with Google over here. This way you can access Google Password Manager and tap on any password you wanna edit. Enter your screen lock. Tap on Edit button and make your changes. When you're ready to save them, hit Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello guys, today I've got the Xiaomi Pad 8 and I'm going to show you how you can easily set up the floating magnetic keyboard shortcuts. So, at first open the settings, but only when your keyboard is attached. Now, once you see this, you need to go to the keyboard settings. So here, styles and keyboard, and now tap custom shortcuts. As you can see here, we can tap on each, and for example here they have command, this I think command shift A or control. No, it's not control, it's command shift A. So let me for example tap lock screen. Instead of command L, it will be command 7. Okay, command 7, done. Let me bring it back to the command L. Okay, we can disable or enable these shortcuts too, or as you can see, set up everything. If you scroll down, you can see open apps, a shortcut, preferences, etc. That's it. How it helps you, and goodbye.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to add a fingerprint to this device. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select fingerprints, face data and screen lock, mark fingerprint unlock, draw your unlock pattern if you already have one, and if you don't you will have to create it, and now just place your fingerprint on the sensor. As you can see, it's located on your power button, so just keep tapping till your fingerprint is fully added. Lift your finger up, then place it on the sensor and repeat till it's fully added. As you can see, it is done. Just mark done, and from now on you will be able to unlock your device with this fingerprint only. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to allow installation of apps from unknown sources. So if you want to install something from the external source, but you cannot skip it and you want to allow it, just open the settings, then go to privacy protection and enroll special permissions. Here go to install unknown apps and pick the app that you want to download another one from particular source. So if you open the preferred one, just mark allow from the source. Just be aware that it's highly sensitive permission and you have to be sure and aware of possible risks to accept it. So just tap on OK if you are, and that's it. It is allowed. Let's reopen another one. Each time you have to confirm that you are aware about the risks regarding this sensitive protection. Tap on OK, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to set up multi-screen on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. First of all, go to the settings, features for tablets, floating windows. Here you can see all gestures you need to deal with. split screen combinations also here. You can see all of them. Now let's try to split some apps on our tablet. To split something, you need to press 3 dots. Here, choose what type of split of your screen you need. And choose the second app. That's all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, press like button below the video, and goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can clone apps. Begin by launching Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Apps. Now choose Dual Apps over here and click on gray switcher next to any app you wanna clone. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up by clicking Turn On and wait. So when I go back to check it out, I can see that my app was successfully cloned. If you ever wanna delete this clone, you can uninstall it like you would any other app, or go back to the same section in your settings and use blue switcher. Then confirm your choice over here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can select and delete multiple photos at once. Begin by opening Gallery app and tapping on Photos or Collections to delete your pictures. Wherever you decided, when you're ready, hold one of your photos to get rid of, and either hit Select All at the top right corners of chosen sections, or click on this button with 3 check marks at the top right corner right away. Wherever you decided, when you're done, you can slide your finger across all photos you wanna keep, and to get rid of the rest, use the Delete button at the bottom and confirm your choice in the pop-up. If you want to delete them from collections, do exactly the same. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can add audio or video file to text message. First of all, launch Messages app and select or create a chat. Wherever you decided, when you're ready, click on this icon of a photo and a paper clip at the bottom right corner. Now, to add video file, you can choose it from here, from one of those apps, by tapping on Videos at the top, or by clicking on those 3 lines at the top left corner and picking it from one of those sources. Either way, when you find it, just tap on it. You can do exactly the same with an audio one. The only difference is tap on audio instead of videos at the top. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to change wallpaper. So at first, let's open the settings. Then find and select personalization. And here you can tap on plus icon here to create new set. So you can either go with your local photos, just tap on local and give the access to pick photo from your gallery, You can go with some album presented here, so you can go with some soft light photos, nature patterns, daydreams, and actually I would like to pick one from those. For example, this one. Let's stay with this one. And as you can see here, you can customize it. So you can add some effect here. And let's stick with grooves for the lock screen. Obviously, you can change the wallpaper for lock or home screen over here. And now just mark apply. And as you can see, it's already set. So that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all text correction options. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down to click on Additional Settings here. Then tap on Languages and Input, Manage Keyboards, and Gboard. Following that, after entering corrections and suggestions, manage all of those options however you want to. Quick tip, if you want to manage them much faster in the future, scroll all the way down and make sure Suggestion Strip is enabled. Then you can launch your keyboard and click on gear icon at the top of it to access Gboard settings right away. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to change keyboard language on this device. So at first open new mail, browser, note, whatever app which allows you to access the keyboard. Once you've got the keyboard open, just mark settings. Here the first tab is languages, so just mark add keyboard and choose the one that you want to use. So you can either scroll till you find the preferred one or enter it here. Now choose the layout. Let me go, for example, with this one and mark done. And now let's go back. And if you have more than one language, you will have this word icon here to switch between languages. But if you have one language only, this icon disappears and there is no option to switch because there is nothing to switch between. So that's it. Obviously, you can change it whenever you want. You can edit and remove some language if you want. I'll go with this one. And now let me just show you. As you can see, a word icon disappeared. So that's it. That will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change screen refresh rate. All you need to do is open Settings and scroll a tiny bit to tap on Display and Brightness. Now scroll again, but this time click on Refresh Rate here. Following that, you can select Default or click on Custom. If you decided to select Custom, tap on Refresh Rate below it and pick one of those from the pop-up. If you decided to go with the highest one, you will see this option appear, Apps using high refresh rate. When you click on it, you can deny any app using refresh rate by tapping on blue button next to it. To allow it, scroll all the way down and click on gray switcher. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can add photos to text message. Begin by launching Messages app and selecting or creating a chat. Whatever you decided, when you're ready, click on this icon of a photo and a paper clip at the bottom right corner. Then you can add your photos by clicking on a chosen one here, selecting it from one of those apps, or clicking on Images at the top. If you still can't find your photo, tap on those three lines at the top left corner to look for it in one of those sources. Now to add one, click on it, but to add multiple, hold one and tap on any other ones. Then tap on Select at the top right corner to attach them. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change the folder. Firstly, open Settings and scroll to tap on Apps. Now tap on those three dots at the top right corner and select Other Settings from the pop-up. Now click on Dual Apps at the top and manage all of those sections by clicking on the one you want to. I will go with Browser. Click on an app you wanna pick. And when you see this little check mark right next to it, go back. As you can see, after a few seconds, my default app has changed. You can do that with all of those other sections. If you ever wanna go back to defaults, click on this button at the bottom and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can enable suggestion strip at the top of your keyboard. To start, by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down to tap on Additional Settings over here. Then click on Languages and Input, Manage Keyboards, and Gboard. Now it's time to tap on Corrections and Suggestions. Scroll and use this switcher next to Suggestion Strip to turn it on or switch it off. So when I click on it and go back to my keyboard, I can see that Suggestion Strip was successfully enabled. Quick tip: if you want to manage and access those settings right away, thanks to Suggestion Strip, you can tap on gear icon to manage them within seconds. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up Face Unlock. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to tap on Fingerprints, Face Data and Screen Lock. Now you can tap on Face Unlock here and enter your current login method to continue. Tap on Start. Wait 5 seconds and choose Next in Attention pop-up. Then keep your face in frame. Follow all of the instructions from your screen. Finally, name your face data however you want to. If you want to, select Done. Make sure this switcher next to Unlock using face data is blue and go back to check out if it worked. So when I switch off my screen, turn it back on and look at it. icons that face unlock is working properly. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to find list of message alerts and change message notification sound on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. First of all, go to the settings. Here, sound, notifications, more. Scroll a bit below. Here we have notifications. Now let's come with all possible options. That's all. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and press like button below the video. Goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off app notifications. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to tap on the Notifications and Status bar. Then click on App Notifications here, and before doing anything, tap on Sort By. This way you can sort your apps by the ones with recent notifications, the most number of notifications, apps that can show notifications, or apps with notifications already blocked. Wherever you decided, when you're ready, use blue switches next to apps from which you want to block them, or gray ones to switch them back on. Quick tip, you can also select any app on the left and not only turn on or off notifications at the top, but also check out all of those notification options for chosen app. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome to our channel. In this video I will show you how to use WPS Office in PC mode on Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. First of all, go to the settings, features for tablets, workstation, turn on workstation, then search the WPS Office, and here you can press new document and write what you interested in. Also you can save it. Also you can, as you can see, you can choose other mode, like presentation and tables. Here's presentations. As you can see, you can do it here. Here we have program like Excel, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, please like button below, and goodbye.
Good morning guys, in front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and let me show you how to activate emoji suggestion. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select additional settings, and choose Languages and Input. Now go to Manage Keyboards, choose Gboard, and select Emojis, Stickers, and GIFs. So here under Suggestions strip, you will find Show Emojis. So unless it is active, just mark it. Obviously, if you want emoji stickers and it is also not active, just mark the indicator. And from now on, let me open, for example, Note. From now on, you will see the suggestions. So here it is. What more? Maybe plain. Okay, so there is no plain, but maybe because of the dot. Or maybe planner. No, last try. Let's add here fish. So we've got it. So this is how emoji suggestions work. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I've got the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro and I'm going to show you how you can easily set up the face unlock in this device. To perform so, at first open the settings. Now here scroll down till you see here the security and privacy tab. Oh, here as you can see we have got fingerprints, faces and screen lock. Okay, so fingerprints, face data and screen lock. You need to search for that. As you can see here we do have screen lock, face, and fingerprint or face. Tap face, tap next, tap here to set your primary screen lock. Wait a few seconds. Got it. Here you need to swipe up. Here, set the pattern. Confirm. Start. Here, wait a moment. And now you need to just put your face into the frame. Yes, it's me. Hello. Now we have scanned our face. Tap done, and we are now done. Goodbye.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it using Bluetooth. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Bluetooth. Then use gray switcher next to Bluetooth to activate it, and wait for available devices to show. When they do, click on the one you want to connect to, and tap on this icon next to Allow to access contacts to turn it on or switch it off. Then select Pair and wait for the other device to accept your connection request. If you are trying to connect to another tablet or to a smartphone, you might need to accept it manually on the second device. As you can see, after a few seconds, my devices were successfully connected. Quick tip to manage this connection: you can always tap on this icon next to any paired device and check out all of those options, including unpair. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can check all specifications of this Xiaomi. You need to start by opening Play Store and downloading free app called DevCheck Device and System Info from Flarto Developer. Not sponsored, by the way. When your app is ready, launch it, and thanks to it, learn all the information about your device's dashboard, hardware, system, battery, network, apps, camera, and even sensors. Quick tip, when you go into dashboard, make sure to tap on all of those sections. Not only because thanks to it you will learn all these informations, but also because by tapping on settings at the bottom right corner of each pop-up, you will get transferred to this section in your settings right away. It also works when you click on gear icons at the top right corners. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off autocorrection. First of all, go into settings and scroll all the way down to tap on additional settings available here. Then click on languages and import, manage keyboards, and Gboard. Following that, select corrections and suggestions to use this switcher next to autocorrection. Thanks to it, you can switch it off or turn it on. Quick tip, if you decided you do want to use it, click on autocorrection on the left, and this way get access to this option called undo autocorrect on backspace. I always recommend to at least try it, because I believe it's very helpful. But if you won't like it, you already know where to switch it off. If you wanna switch it off even faster, go back, scroll, and make sure this switcher next to suggestion strip is on. This way, when you access your keyboard, you can click on gear icon at the top of it to access Gboard settings right away. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it to printer. First of all, go into settings and tap on more connectivity options right away. Then select printing. Click on system printing service, Xiaomi Home, or any other service you have and wanna use. They all turn on the same way, so just click on a chosen one and make sure this switcher is blue. Now wait, your device is looking for a printer, and when it finds one, it will connect to it. If you still can't see your printer here, you can tap on More at the bottom, select Add Printer, and if your printer supports Wi-Fi direct printing, use this switcher here. Make sure to tap on Allow, click again, tap on Find Wi-Fi direct printers, and let your Xiaomi to search for yours. If you don't want to do that, you can also go back, click on Add Printer by IP address, import it here, and connect manually by tapping on Add. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off auto brightness. First of all, go into Tab menu by swiping down from the top right corner of your screen. Now, first way to manage auto brightness is by holding brightness slider. Once you do that, you will see this pop-up. To manage auto brightness, click on it here to turn it on or switch it off. Then to go back, tap on blurry area. You can also add auto brightness shortcut. Hit Edit, scroll a tiny bit and use this plus at the top right corner of auto brightness. Then swipe up, hold your shortcut and move it wherever you wish. To save your changes, click on this check mark at the top right corner. Then tap on the shortcut to manage auto brightness. Last but not least, you can go into Settings, scroll to tap on Display and Brightness, and then scroll again to use this switch on next to Automatic Brightness to switch it on or turn it off. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up screen lock. Begin by launching Settings and scrolling to tap on Fingerprints, Face Data, and Screen Lock. Then hit Screen Lock here. Tap on Pattern, PIN or Password. And after you decided, wait 5 seconds. Then choose Got It in the pop-up to continue. Now you can follow the tutorial here, or click on this X at the top right corner. You can also wait and hit Got It at the bottom. Finally, create your login method, and if you made a mistake, hit Clear at the bottom and redo it correctly. Now repeat it to confirm it and choose Confirm. If you wanna add a fingerprint right away, you can do that by hitting Add in the pop-up, or do it later and click on Cancel for now. At any point, you can choose Fingerprint Unlock here and follow all of the instructions. But now let's check if Screen Lock worked. When I switch off my screen, turn it back on and swipe up, I can start pattern is required. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can manage apps permissions. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on this section called Privacy Protection. Then hit All Permissions here and tap on any of those you wanna manage, like Camera. Then you will see your apps under those categories. In case of Camera, allowed all the time, allowed only while in use, or not allowed. Let's go with Chrome from not allowed one. Apply one of those options now. In my case, allow only while using, ask every time, or don't allow. And when you finished, just go back. Your changes will be automatically applied. So when I do that, I can see that Chrome gained access to my camera while I'm using my browser. Quick tip, you can also pick any of those features only to find an app you wanna manage. I will access location only to access my Facebook. Then instead of selecting any of those, click on tiny text, see all permissions. This way you can manage all of those only for chosen app the same way. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can operate voice recorder. First of all, you need to find and open the Recorder app. Now use this gear at the top left corner and manage all of those options however you want to. When you're finished, go back and tap on this button to start recording. As you can see, recording is on. If you want to switch your language for AI speech recognition, click here and tap on yours on the list. To hide this option, click on this X at the top right corner. If you want to pause it or unpause it, use this button at the bottom right one. To add a mark, click on Mark at the top above the track. And to add a photo mark, click on Camera on the left. Select while using the app and click on it again, this time to take a photo. To discard it, use X, and to add it, tap on the check mark. Finally, to end and save your recording, use the same button in the middle. As you can see, mine was successfully created. To play it, click on it and tap on Allow. To manage it, use all of those options at the bottom. Click on those three dots at the top right corner or hold it on the list and use those, like rename or delete. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can add a password to Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to hit Google. Now tap on All Services. Scroll again and this time choose Autofill with Google over here. This way you can access Google Password Manager and tap on Add Password. If you don't see this option, like I can't see it, that means that you never added a password before and you need at least one to add them manually. So to fix it, hit Settings. Make sure Offer to Save Passwords is on. Click on the back button and then Home button to leave settings opened in the background. Now just log in into any website or any app that requires an account and hit Login. Wait for the pop-up to show up. When it does, select Save and then go back into Settings. This time when you tap on Google Password Manager, you can tap on Add Password over here. Now input all of those informations. At the top, type in any website or click on Select App and tap on a chosen one. Then enter your username, email or phone number, password, and even take some helpful notes. Once you're ready, hit Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use voice typing. First of all, you need to launch your keyboard and click on Microphone at the top right corner. If you don't have microphone icon, select Gear 1 instead. Click on Voice Typing over here and use this switcher next to Use Voice Typing to activate it. Then go back to your keyboard and tap on No Visible Microphone. Select while using the app in the pop-up and start typing. As you can see, voice typing is on. If you want to stop, you can pause or click on the same microphone. Quick tip, you can also tap on your microphone and select minimize, that will appear right next to it. Then use voice typing from this toolbar after tapping on next and selecting done. Operate microphone the same way. Delete text thanks to this button with an X. Add emojis by clicking on smiley face, selecting the ones you want, and then close emoji icon by tapping on this corner on the X one. If you wish to access some available options from here, click on those 3 lines on the left. To move your toolbar around, just hold it, drag it, and let go. And last but not least, to go back to standard keyboard, use keyboard icon on the left. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use keyboard clipboard. Begin by launching your keyboard and tapping on clipboard at the top of it. If you can't see it, select this icon at the top left corner and use clipboard now. Either way, when you're ready, activate it thanks to this switcher at the top right corner and go back thanks to this arrow at the top left one. Now, to use clipboard, copy or cut any text, and to paste it instantly, click on it at the top of your keyboard. To paste it later on, click on clipboard and tap on your text here. If you want to paste it after an hour, you need to pin it or it will disappear. To do that, hold it and use pin icon. You can unpin it the same way. To edit anything from clipboard, hold chosen bubble, choose edit, and make any changes you want. Hit save, and then paste it the same way. To get rid of anything from clipboard, swipe it to the right, swipe it to the left, or hold it and click on delete. Quick tip, you can also use this pen at the top right corner to pick multiple things from clipboard and manage it thanks to pin icon or bin one over here. Lastly, to disable clipboard completely, use the same switcher as before. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can open apps in pop-up view. All you need to do is tap on an app you want to use in this view and launch it in the background, like that. This way you can hold it and click on this icon of a floating window. Now enjoy using your app in this little window. To move it around, hold those 3 dots at the top and drag it. To scale it or reshape it, hold one of its bottom corners and drag it as well. To close your window, you can either swipe it in the background like you would any other app, or hold this line at the bottom and swipe it up. You can use the same one and swipe it down to access your app in full screen view. But what most people miss is that you can actually click on those 3 dots you are using to move your window and access all of those options. This X will close your window, and this icon on the left will open it in full screen view. But those two are the most interesting because you can switch from pop-up to split screen. Just click on one of those, tap on the second app, and use both at once. To go back to floating window, click on dots again and use floating window icon. If you wish to minimize your window, you can tap on home button and swipe tiny window to the side to turn it into a bubble. Then just tap on the bubble and tiny window to go back. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can put this device into recovery mode. So, to get started, you'll first need to turn off your device. Now, by default, this will require you to press the power button and volume up at the same time, unless you changed it to just hold the power button for like 5 seconds. And if you have Gemini show up, you can ignore it and continue holding. Anyway, whichever way you have it set up, once you have these options visible, you're just going to swipe up to turn off your device. I'm going to hold my hand on the screen right here, just because the camera otherwise, as you can see, starts to get wonky and doesn't know what to focus on. So anyway, once the device is off, you want to hold again power button and volume up. Though this time around, you're going to hold it for a little bit longer. I'm going to move it to the sides just so we can see the Mi logo showing up on the screen. At which point, when you see that, you want to let go of the power button, but keep holding volume up. Now this will take us to the recovery mode. In here, to navigate, you will need to use volume buttons. Volume down, navigating down, and up, up. And the power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected with this blue kind of field. In any case, in here we have a couple options. So we have reboot, which takes us back to Android. Wipe data, which only consists of factory reset. As you can see, wipe all data. We also have Connect with Mi Assistant, which is just a program for PC, and repair mode, which honestly I have no clue what it does, other than probably what it says, which is repair something. But in any case, I'm going to stick with the first option right here. Again, confirm it, like I mentioned, with the power button. I'm going to select Reboot to System, so just press power button once more. And this will now begin putting me back into Android. And there we go. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up Upload. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to tab on Apps. When you do, click on App Lock available here and choose Turn On. Now click on Change Password to pick one of those login methods, pattern, PIN or password, and use the best one to protect your apps. When you're ready, create it. If you made a mistake, click on this button on the left and redo it. When you're ready, repeat it to confirm it, and then hit OK. If you wanna add your Xiaomi account, do that by tapping on Add. If you don't, choose Not Now twice. Now and after 5 seconds. To lock all of those apps, tap on Use App Lock right away. If you don't want to do that, you can click on each one, check for 0, and then click on Use App Lock. You can always add your fingerprint to unlock your apps as well by hitting Settings in the pop-up and following all of the instructions. You can also hit Cancel and do it later by tapping here. Anyway, now to lock any app, use gray switcher next to it. So when I go back and try to open one of them, like YouTube, I can see that my lock-in method is required. To disable app lock from any app, go back to app lock section in Settings, enter it, and use no blue switches. If you wanna disable app lock completely on your device, click on this gear at the top right corner, use blue button next to app lock, and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change and customize your keyboard's theme. Begin by launching your keyboard and tapping on this icon of a color palette at the top of it. Now scroll and use those icons at the top right corners of all of those sections to see all available options. When you see Perfect Theme, tap on it. Let's go with this one. Manage key borders thanks to this switcher to turn it off or switch it on, and hit Apply. So when I do that, as you can see, theme of my keyboard was successfully changed. If you wanna customize it, go back to the same section in Keyboard Settings, and this time tap on plus icon under My Themes. Now click on a photo you wanna apply as your new keyboard's background. Pinch it to scale, drag it to move, and select Next. If you change your mind, you can go back and pick another photo the same way until you find the perfect one. Adjust brightness by swiping left or right. Hit Done. Manage key borders and tap on Apply. Sorry, misclick. As you can see, this time theme of my keyboard was successfully customized with an image. To manage your themes, you can tap on one of your downloaded ones, delete it from My Themes section thanks to this pin, and then get it again the same way as before. If you want to manage one of your custom ones, click on it, delete it if you wish, or use this pen to edit it. Make any changes you want to, but make sure to tap on Apply once you're done. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can open apps in split screen view. Begin by selecting an app you want to use in this view and launching it in the background, like that. Now you can either do the same thing with a second one, or you can do it later. Wherever you decided, hold one of your apps you want to open in split screen and use this icon of the rectangles. Then tap on a second app from the background or click on your screen to pick any other one from your device. As you can see now, I can use both at once. If you wanna resize your apps, hold this line here and drag it to adjust them. Something glitched, but I'm guessing it's only Facebook. So let's try again with a different app, like for example Messages. Now it works. You can use the same line and drag it all the way to the right or to the left to exit split screen. You can also exit it by sliding both apps in the background. Quick tip, most people miss that each app has 3 dots at the top of it. When you click on them, you will see all of those options. Those 2 split screen ones can change placements of your apps, switch them. This one here will open chosen app in full screen view. This one with an X over here will close this app so you can switch it to a different one. And this overfloating window will switch from split screen to floating window. So when you click on it, your chosen app will be accessible as this little window. To go back to split screen, tap on the same 3 dots and use split screen options I showed you before. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up an alarm clock. Begin by launching clock and tapping on alarm at the bottom left corner. Now click on this plus at the bottom right one and set up an hour. If you wish to use this alarm only once, you can use this option here, called Delayed after alarm goes off. Enable it by clicking on gray switcher. If you don't want to use it once, tap on Repeat and select the best option for you. Once, daily, Monday to Friday, shift alarms, you can adjust each day however you want to, and a cycle. And when you're done making all of those changes, just go back or tap on Customize and pick days of the week by clicking on the chosen ones. Go back again, click on Ringtone, select one of those, like Weather Adaptive, which is Weather Alarm. Tap on Got It and go back, or select Ringtone, tap on All Ringtones and hit Apply next to the best one. Confirm your choice in the pop-up to set it up. To use any song from your tablet as your alarm one, click on Choose Rocker Ringtone at the top, select one of those sound sources, click on your melody and go back again. Now you can click on Label to name your alarm however you wish. And once you're done, save your new alarm by tapping on this check mark at the top right corner. As you can see, mine was successfully created. To turn it on or off, use this switcher right next to it and pick one of those options from the pop-up. You can switch it on the same way. To make any changes, click on the chosen one, make your changes, and use checkmark again. Last but not least, to get rid of any alarm or multiple, hold one, click on all of those you want to remove, and hit Delete. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can enable and also set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top right side of your screen. Now, top meaning relative to how you're holding it right now. And when you do, you get all these toggles right here. Now, we're looking for the Do Not Disturb mode, which actually won't be visible by default as far as I can tell. So we're going to swipe down, and because of that, you will see the edit button. Now, if you don't have one toggle right here, so if it's only, 3 rows, then the edit button is actually visible without scrolling down. Anyway, click on that, and this will show you additional toggles that you can add on, and one of them is the DND, shortly written DND right here, Do Not Disturb mode. So we're going to click on that plus, it will get added. Additionally, if you want, if it makes it easier for you, you can check the box right here to show these labels in here. As you can see, by default, they're not visible. In any case, that's up to you if you want to turn it on or not. But once you have the toggle added, first time around, you can hold it, and this will quickly take you to the very limited settings, where you can, at the very top, turn it on or off. Check it so it's running only when the device is locked, which is a pretty nice option. As long as you're using the device, it will act as though the mode is turned off even when it's on. And lastly, we have schedule turn on. There is nothing in here, but we can create one. I generally like to create one in cases of this kind of settings right here, where it doesn't give me the option to define what will happen when I press on a toggle. So what I like to do in here is set up single mode that is gonna run, let's just say maybe at like midnight to start to finish 1 minute after, every single day of the week. Now the reason for that is that if we confirm it, it automatically becomes enabled. And the reason for that mode is when you turn it on manually, you will also need to remember to turn it off. If you forget about it, it will just run indefinitely. But by setting up something like this schedule right here, even when you forget about it, your device will attempt to turn Do Not Disturb mode at midnight. Now, it's going to be already on, so that doesn't really change much. But a minute later, because the mode is on, it's going to turn it off. So it just gives you a, nice little safety net that when you forget about it, the device does it for you. So now, additionally, as you see me, you can tap on a toggle to turn it on, and you can also tap on it again to turn it off. Just keep in mind, I think whenever it turns off, even through schedule, it does have this annoying sound. So when setting this up, you might want to skip a time period where this sound would be distracting to you or wake you up or something along those lines. So in any case, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can enable power saving mode on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top right side of the screen. Now, the reason you want to do it strictly from the right side is because if you do it from the left side, you get notifications instead. And anyway, once you swipe down, you'll get this panel right here. Specifically, we're looking at this section right here. As in here, you'll find battery saver. Now, by default, it should be added somewhere in here, and it will look like the battery with a plus in it. But if you can't find it, or maybe you want to add additional modes to it, you can swipe down, click on the edit, and then navigate to the list right here. Everything that has this blue plus next to it, or on top of it, is the toggle that you can add into that original list. Now, there is one toggle, I think, in here that I would like to add, or not. Okay, never mind. It looks like the tablets don't have this option. Okay, That's a little bit of a shame. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Now, one more thing that I do want to add, if we go into the edit, you can also toggle on the labels for these toggles so they're visible once you're done editing it. So just turn that on, and you can see the labels now stay in here. Anyway, from here we're just gonna click on the battery. Gives you a little message right here, battery saver is on, and tells you absolutely nothing what it will be changing. So you know what, let's hold the toggle, and this will quickly take you to the settings of it, giving you some information that, for instance, by default this is toggle on, which is don't wake screen for notifications, turn off when charged to 50% or full, and you can also have it to schedule turn on based on the provided start and end time, and I think day of the week, right? No, just start and end time. So that's one, some settings right here, and we can also scroll down on this list and find the battery. And if you click right over here where it says balanced, it will tell you what the remaining battery life is for both of these modes. So in balance, which is normal mode, is basically 41.5 hours of battery life, while battery saver, so just a normal power saving mode, gets you close to 10 hours of additional battery life. So that's actually pretty damn good. That is no small kind of amount. And I do want to kind of stress this because there are other companies like Xiaomi, sorry, not Xiaomi, the OnePlus, Realme, Vivo, and Oppo, as they're all owned by the same parent company. Their power saving mode gets you 40 hours on normal mode, while it will get you 42 hours on power saving mode while you're fully charged. Wow. Don't strain yourself by saving that power. And furthermore, those devices also have the ultra power saver mode, which Xiaomi does too, but on the phones apparently, and that would be additional 2 extra hours of battery life. I do want to point out, I don't know why this is not present on the tablets, but if it is, typically you get triple battery life of the normal mode, or more than triple. So you'll be looking at over 120 hours of battery life. Not sure why it's not here, as Xiaomi does generally have this mode, so maybe an update would bring it up. If you have another option in here, fantastic, you can utilize it. And if it is there, just keep in mind that the ultra power saver isn't necessarily something that you want to be using all the time, as it does kind of limit how the device is being, how much you can do on it to prioritize battery life. So in any case, once you're done with the power saving mode, you can obviously turn it on and off from this toggle right here. You don't need to go into the settings or anything like that unless you just want to change some of the things. And I do want to give you one more heads up right here. Depending on your brightness when using your device, screen on like right now, will have the biggest battery impact. So if you have it maxed out right now, this obviously decreases your battery life. If you drop it down to like half, you're automatically going to get several additional hours of battery life. So if you want to even push your battery life further than what the mode offers, though keep in mind the mode, what the battery percentage was visible in there, or a timer. So whatever the timer shows right here, this is just general. It's not fully accurate. It doesn't take in consideration settings. So just know that changing the brightness will increase your battery life, but it will not change the numbers in here whatsoever. Just to show this, 41.5, 51 and 13. Oops. And we're still 41.5 and 51.13. So you can see it has no impact right here on these numbers, but it does have actual impact on your battery life. So lower that down, and just know this only impacts screen on time, not when you lock it. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So before I get started, I do want to quickly mention a couple things. So you can do this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock if you have one set that you don't know. I have a pattern set for this specific reason, and I'll be, when I'm progressing actually with the reset, I'm gonna go from the lock screen as though I don't know it. Now, next thing that you should know is when doing this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock, typically this will mean that your device becomes FRP locked. That happens because you don't know your screen lock, so you're removing it this way, and also because your device most likely has a Google account signed in. This one doesn't, so it actually won't get locked, but if yours has a Google account logged in, it will. Now, this basically results that once the reset is finished and you're going through the setup process of the device, you will be forced to verify either the screen lock or the Google account that was logged in. And if you can't verify one of them, you won't be able to finish up the setup. And therefore, you're basically left with a fancy brick for a tablet. Now, I do want to also add a little bit of a tip. GSM stores, the ones that usually have, phones in the window and those little kickstands, they tend to usually offer additional services at a small fee, which one of them could potentially be unlocking this. I used to record these kind of videos of bypassing this protection and removing it, but for some time now this hasn't been really a feasible thing, as Google has patched up everything that I was recording that could have been done for free at home. So unfortunately, it seems like you might only need to now be able to only rely on those places, assuming they even offer such a thing. Now, one last thing that I do want to talk about is backing up your device. If you're resetting it because you don't know your screen lock, so you basically can't access it, that kind of leaves you at a mercy that you by mistake might have, enabled the cloud backup from Google, if by mistake or by choice, whichever one you want. In my case, that would be by mistake. I hate that. So you can, I would say you can quickly check, but in reality, I guess you can check it. So if you can't access your device, but you want to know if it's backed up, or to what extent it is backed up, what you could do is sign into a Google account on your computer. Navigate to the basically Google, click on the icon, I believe on, let's say, I'm gonna actually check it. So you click on the account, you should be able to see manage your account, and that's not it. Oh wait, I remember what it is. It's the Google Drive. That's what you would be logging into, not the account. So you would log into the Google Drive on your web browser or whatever, and from there you will be able to access your photos, tab your other, more like media, I think, your contacts and other things. And from there you can check what's basically visible there. That's what's backed up. Anything that isn't visible there would be the data that isn't backed up. Now, this is for people that don't know really if their device is backed up. I can check it that way. But if it's not, there's nothing really you can do, as far as I can tell, without actually unlocking it or gaining access to it before resetting it. If you can access your device before resetting it, there's a couple ways you can back it up. One of the ones would be obviously through Google, by in the settings, navigating to About Tablet, and then selecting the Backup and Restore. And in here you have Google Backup at the bottom, so you can utilize that, assuming you're signed in. I actually would urge you against this. This isn't the best way. You have better ways of managing your data. Now we have two different options, or three different options that are Xiaomi exclusive, let's call it this way. So you have mobile device. So this would create a backup of your tablet onto the tablet. So you need to move it out of it if you want to preserve it, as reset would basically delete it. Other one is on a computer using a cable and their application. You can just kind of automatically create it to the PC. Next one is to the Xiaomi Cloud. This is pretty limiting, as the backup is, I believe, could potentially be very similar to the Google one, but the limiting factor here is that it's only going to be restorable on other Xiaomi phones or tablets. So not a very great way to create a backup, as it's not too versatile or accessible. And the last way you can do this is by going into your Tools folder on the home screen and looking for an application called Mi Mover. This one will be utilized between Xiaomi devices. So if you have other Xiaomi device, you can basically move everything that is on this device to the other one. And if you have an other device, maybe Samsung or other whatever else, you can use this device to basically back up data to that device. This could be used as a backup, but only if that device is basically like one that you have laying in a drawer and not using it. Or if you're moving to a new tablet or phone, you can also utilize it this way. Now, depending on what brand you would be moving this data to, you would need to utilize the device's version of this application that you're moving to. So as an example, if I want to move to a Samsung, the data that is on this tablet to the Samsung phone, I would need to use Samsung's version of this kind of application, which has a different name, and I would need to download this application onto the Xiaomi tablet. So to give you an example of a couple of the companies that have their own versions of it, Samsung has the Smart Switch, Xiaomi obviously has Mi Mover, Oppo, Realme, Vivo, and OnePlus. All four use Clone Phone, while Huawei uses Clone or Phone Clone. So the other way around, basically. So any kind of other brand that you're gonna move to like this, you could use their versions of it, and you just need to download on a tablet, and this will allow you to easily move the data to that device. That can be obviously done as a backup or as a migration, whichever one you want. Just know that when you're trying to move back data back to this later on, or other devices, you would basically then need to reverse that logic of application required. So Samsung doesn't come with Mi Mover, but now to move data to this one, I would need to download the obviously application, like I mentioned, of the device that I'm moving data to, which is Xiaomi. So I need to download on this one the Mi Mover app. So anyway, this would be the best way, as it allows you to move literally every shred of information, including even app data. So it's very extensive, and what it allows you to migrate, and it works flawlessly. So I highly recommend utilizing that if you have the ability to. Now, anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into resetting your device. Please focus. There we go. So once you're on your lock screen, or not, even if you know your screen lock or don't, we can just hold power button and volume up. This will bring up our boot options. Now, potentially, if that doesn't bring up your boot options, you can hold power button. Even when you get the Gemini that pops up, that doesn't matter. Keep on holding till you have this show up over on top of Gemini. In any case, once it is visible, you can just swipe up here to power off your device. And once it's off, we're again going to hold power button and volume up. And when you see the Mi logo on a screen, let go of the power button, but keep holding volume up. And as you can see, this takes us to the recovery mode. Now in here, you can see touchscreen doesn't work. So we need to use volume buttons to navigate through the options. So with that in mind, let's press volume down to navigate down. And once it's selected, you can press power button to confirm it. Now, if you move one further, you can obviously use volume up to go back up. Anyway, I'm going to confirm it with the power button. Then we're going to select wipe all data and confirm. And I'm going to press the power button. I'm going to just move it sideways so you can see the entire screen. And as you can see, it's finished. So I'm going to now press power button to reboot to main menu. Then power button to reboot, and reboot to system. So just a spam of power button. Camera, please. Now this will continue resetting your device in the background, which will take about a minute or so to finish up. And once it's completed, we'll be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that's visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can capture a screenshot on this device. So, to get started, you will want to open up content that you wish to capture. Now, I'll be using home screen as an example for this, which is already open and visible on the display. Now, just make sure that whatever you wanted to capture on that screenshot is visible on your screen right now. And when it is, all you will need to do is press the power button and volume down at the same time. Let's try that again. There we go, like so. Now it does need to be pressed at the same time. As you see, if you fail, it kind of either modify the volume or it would lock the device. In any case, once you capture it, let's do it again. Actually, do it differently as well. So once you capture a screenshot, which you can also do with a 3-finger swipe down, you get a couple options like scroll and send. Now scroll is grayed out because there is nothing really to scroll down on. But if you have something like a website that I can scroll down on, you could click on that button. So let me just open up some kind of something that could use it in. Oh, there we go, good enough. So do that again. Yeah, that's odd. I clearly can scroll down on it. Okay. Interesting. So seems like it doesn't like browser for this. Let's see, what else could I use? Maybe weather? Just load some freaking weather. No, this one won't work as this it doesn't really scroll, so it wouldn't really work in here. But there's definitely content where this can function like so. For some reason, browser would have been typically the one to use it in, but no, for some reason it doesn't work. But in any case, that's one thing. You will also sometimes encounter this crap happening. So I have my Netflix open right here. I do want to point out I'm not signed in, nor do I even own an account. And yet this piece of dog shit can do this. It can take screenshots of this page. Well, why the hell not? So to explain why you can't capture this, it has to do with a Android feature that is designed for privacy and security of the user. I know you were thinking about Netflix, but no, it's the user. So when you encounter trash like this, there is nothing really you can do with that specific application. There is no option for you to turn off. It's just baked into the app by the developer. And to explain this, the feature is designed for privacy and security of the user, and is used primarily in the correct way by bank applications, which if you imagine that you would have some kind of, I don't know, malware on your device that is trying to take screenshots or record screen to gauge your, to know what your passwords are or your pins to your bank app, you can imagine how that would be very detrimental to the security of your bank app. So therefore, it's being blocked by them. It's also being blocked by pieces of shit like this one, Netflix, Spotify, and any other streaming platform, which is kind of ironic because they're doing it to protect themselves from piracy. They're using your device and your features on your device, changing how it works to protect themselves. Now, this option isn't to protect corporate pieces of shit, it's there to protect you as a user. Do you feel nice and protected inside? Because I surely don't. So anyway, what you can do instead, because I find this to be a blatant kind of violation of my property and what I should be able to do on my device. I do want to point out again, I'm not signed into this piece of shit right here. I don't even own Netflix account, nor have I ever owned one. I never set one up, so I have never agreed to terms of service or use, and this application doesn't ever ask for any permission. It just takes it. I guess in the eyes of Netflix, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. But God may forgive, I don't. So let's go into our browser and find something else. If you want to capture a screenshot of a TV show or a movie that you're watching, you should be in your right to do so. Now, in here, for instance, I tend to show, or I used to show, a place where you could view movies and shows from all kinds of different streaming platforms. That'd be Netflix, HBO, or other ones, right? Now, unfortunately, possibly because I was showing this, no, I don't know if that gets enough views for this, to be honest. This site got taken down. So DMCA kind of, legal kind of lawsuits and whatever against it. So the whoever created it took it down. It's easier to just take it down than try to win in court, trying to explain that you're not doing anything illegal. You just basically have a site that is allowing people to access content. Now, they're not distributing that content. They're like the browser is to accessing a website. Whatever you view on that website, in this case, it's just kind of like a repository that the website can access. So in any case, let's be honest, those places don't really care. They prefer to bully people into submission because it's easier to do that than try to find a goddamn repository for it. So I used to show this one, but it no longer is available. So instead of now showing you the exact place where you could have done this, which worked fantastically, I'll be, showing you how to find different ones. And this is more of an approach, if these lawyers and whatever want to go after sites, that's fine. But I'm not going to make it easy for you to point it out which site you should go after. So I'm going to be teaching each one of you that is watching this and is actually interested in using these, how to find these places. Like a logic of teach a man to fish, to feed him for life rather than give him that fish. So anyway, that was one of the sites which you can use as a easy way to find other ones. So what I tend to do, for instance, is just look at this, alternatives. Now, you're never interested in AI bullshit. This is based on articles. Articles are basically written by bullshit AI again, and these are usually trying to stay in the confines of legal grounds, which obviously trying to recommend places that are a bit sketchy as not in their repertoire, which you can clearly see based on these options right here. Plex? The shit? I said alternative to a P streamer. I didn't tell you to find me an alternative to a freaking media player classic. So instead, what we're going to be looking for is Reddit. Any kind of info like this, you can usually find on Reddit, and it's pretty reliable. And depending on how you search for it, you might find shortlist, or if you type it in differently, you might find an extensive list of different places. There's like over 20 from what I can see right here on my screen. But again, teaching you how to do this. So this is one way. You can, for instance, search for free alternatives to Netflix, and you will find that list too. And in there, you can pick whichever tickles your pickle, as they just typically look a little bit different, and some of them have ads in them to kind of help them maintain that place. So those ads are usually annoying as hell. So once you open one up, you can just straight up capture a screenshot in it because it is just a straight up browser. It's not an application that can turn that on like the Netflix can. So browser doesn't have that. You can capture screenshots in there, no problem. I also want to point out and just kind of put shades on it. Spotify does this too. This is just them trying to prevent piracy, just like Netflix and other streaming platform does. Like it's your damn business to protect their content from being pirated. But it's ironic considering Spotify literally came to be a business because they decided to pirate the entire damn music industry through LimeWire. And now these same people have a problem with you trying to capture a freaking screenshot or record music through a screen recorder in there. Boop fucking who, cry me a river. So, in any case, once you capture any of these screenshots, you can find them all in your gallery application, and they will be visible under Photos tab, along with any kind of other photo, videos, screenshots, screen recording, picture, and anything else that you have captured. Basically, all media will be visible right here, which makes it a little bit more annoying to find whatever content you would be looking for. So instead, you want to navigate to Collections, and in Collections, you'll find album called Screenshots and Screen Recordings. Now just make sure that the Screenshot tab right here is selected, as we do have two tabs. And voila, here are all the screenshots that I have taken throughout this video. So there we go. Now I do want to point out I'm using gallery to show this, but you can find the same kind of content in your Photos application. Though if you want to find screenshots, you will be looking for album. Now albums will show up on the side panel once you are signed into a Google account. Otherwise, go screw yourself. You just need to go through this kind of logic right here, which shows you albums are like this. So if there's more than it's visible right here, it shows you like this. 2 more is in that album. Now, once you have Google account, you do get the album tab, which will contain all the screenshots, downloads, pictures, and other kind of categories in there, similar to how this is organized right here in the collections. Now, I personally prefer this one as in screenshots and screen recording albums, which will also be in Google Photos. In here, you do have that kind of separation between screenshots and screen recordings, which makes it super nice to find whatever content you would be looking for, while in the Photos is just screenshots and screen recordings plumped up together. So you can see there are screen recording, screen recording, screen recording, screen recording, screenshot, 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 and screenshots here and here. So again, makes it a little bit easier in the gallery app to find whatever you would be looking for. Now, in any case, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. And today, I'll show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, before I actually get started with the reset itself, I do want to quickly talk about backing up your device, as obviously you probably have data on your tablet right now that you would like to preserve. Now, there are several different methods you can back up your device data, and I'll be going over a couple of them. So if you don't care about backing it up, or maybe you have already done so, by all means, skip forward by like 8 minutes. Now, to get started, probably the most common backup that you have done and might be doing even unknowingly is to Google. Google tends to try to like bait you into uploading all your data to their cloud so they can monetize the shit out of it and obviously train their AI models. And anytime you, for instance, open up something like the Google Photos application right here, it will usually show up. Let's try to close it. Okay, it doesn't show up right now, but it will basically usually tend to prompt you to sign in. And on top of that, once you sign in, it will always give you this kind of big ass pop-up to back up your data to the cloud to basically, you know, preserve it and whatever, whatnot. Which you typically, because it does actually show up every so often, even when you disregard it, it will try to, you know, get you to do it, which I just find to be disgusting, because if you're trying to get rid of it, right, by bringing it up, they're basically trying to steal your data, because eventually you're gonna trip up and you're gonna just click on OK or continue or whatever, and it's just gonna automatically go like, oh, cool, here we go, all our data now, which I find to be absolutely disgusting, considering I just despise this shit. But you might be the same way, and you might by mistake be uploading them to the cloud as well. So in this case, obviously your photos might be already backed up. Contacts have the same thing as an application, and other options as well. And you can quickly check what is being backed up or whatnot by going into your settings and then navigating to, not Google, to, where the hell is it? About tablet. And right here we have backup and restore. And at the bottom right here we have backup by the Google one. And you will see right here we have photos, videos, and other device data. So if you're backing up some of this data, for instance, for photos and videos, if you're backing it up, you're gonna have like a green check mark instead of the little, you know, minus right here. And other device data includes things like your contacts, call histories, device settings, app and app data, SMS, MMS messages, and so on. Now, actually, this is a lie right here, what it states. So something to keep in mind. Google doesn't back up your applications. This is just a blatant bullshit, as backup would imply that a physical copy of your data is being done. Well, physical, it's data, so maybe not physical, but basically your applications that you have right now are copied from your device into the cloud and stored there. So no matter what happens with the said applications in the future, you have access to it. But that is a lie. Google doesn't back up your data unless it's something that they can monetize themselves and it's your personal data. Then they surely do back it up. But when it comes into applications, what they actually do is just give themselves as a backup, for a backup, a little bit of a sticky note to let the backup know that it's supposed to, later on, when it's being restored, re-download the application that it was supposedly backed up. And that is just basically a little cliff note for the backup. Now, it is only going to do this supposed backup of applications that originated from Play Store. If it's from somewhere else, too freaking bad you didn't download it from Play Store. We're going to ignore it like it doesn't exist. So as a backup, that's already a bit of a red flag and a failure of one. If the applications in the meantime gets removed from Play Store, let's just say you downloaded Yuzu as an emulator, and the Nintendo lawyers hit squad got to the creator of it, sent him a cease and desist and basically any other bullshit to basically disincentivize them from continuing the operation on their emulator. And the person that creates this, I think they might have a higher chance of winning the war with US rather than with the Nintendo lawyers in court. So usually people just fold like laundry and remove their application. And I think Yuzu was the one that was available on Play Store until, like I said, Nintendo got to them. So you might have downloaded it in that meantime. You backed it up as the backup would claim, and now you're trying to restore it. Well, too freaking bad you're not restoring it because the application no longer exists on the Play Store where the device is supposed to re-download the backup from. Now, I thought that backup is created to my personal kind of area where no matter what happens to it, I can access it. But Google thinks otherwise. And I don't think it's even backing up data, so let's just disregard that. Additionally, when it comes down to photos that it backs up, it's only, I believe, up to 15 gigabytes, as this is your free tier of Google Cloud storage. Anything above that gets left behind. So again, as a photo and video backup, it's also pretty shit. So let's move on to the good ones, which are right here. These ones will be usually strictly used for Xiaomi devices. So you have the mobile backup and computer one. Both of these basically create a physical kind of backup that can move around of your device's data, and the mobile one will basically create a file on your tablet that you can then just plug in through USB and drag it from the tablet to, for instance, desktop of your computer. The computer one does the same thing, but instead of to the tablet, it just automatically creates it to the computer, though you need an application for that. And the Xiaomi Cloud, basically Google Cloud, but from Xiaomi. I don't recommend doing any kind of cloud backups as they're just usually kind of crap. Now, one last option which isn't listed here and is, I would say, probably the best one will be, if I can find it, where's the tools folder? Where the hell is it? Pretty sure this device has it. I just can't freaking remember what the name of it is. Oh, there we go. Mi Mover. So you have this application, Mi Mover. Every Xiaomi device has this. And when you open it up, it gives you these two options, old and new. So basically what you're selecting is if this device is old or new, this specific one here. And if you have another device, another Xiaomi, you can either migrate your data to it if you're switching to that, for instance, a new device, right? Another Xiaomi, and you're moving data from here to the new one. You can do it this way, or you can create a backup in this kind of same way, but you'd be basically moving it from the something that you're planning to still use. You would create a backup by still migrating to the old device in a way, but you'd still be selecting that this is old, the old one is the new one. A reason is that basically defines where you're moving the data from and to, meaning old one is the one where you're moving it from and new is to. So what you basically could do is move over to an old device, even like that data, and create a backup like that, and then just move it back onto other devices once you need to restore it. So you could have like an old phone that it's lying around. You have it just strictly as a backup of your data, and then whenever you want to restore it on other devices, Xiaomi specifically, you can use that old Xiaomi phone to basically do the same thing as you did right here, but then to move to copy the data from that old phone to other new devices. Now, alternatively, if you're using some other brand, you have an older phone or old tablet, or maybe you're moving to a new one that isn't a Xiaomi. Let's say it's a Samsung, right? This can still be done, but instead of using the Mi Mover, you would be using whatever Samsung has, as you need to use the application of the phone that you're moving to, or a tablet. So to explain this quickly, these kind of applications like Mi Mover are being developed by the company, Xiaomi in this case, to help you move data to their brand and also in between their devices. They're not designed to help you move easily out of them. That would be a bad kind of business decision. So in this case, a decent amount of companies has their own version of this kind of application. So clearly Xiaomi has Mi Mover, Samsung has Smart Switch, Oppo, Realme, Vivo, and OnePlus, all four of them have Clone Phone, while Huawei has Phone Clone. So just switched around. So whichever device you'd be moving the data to, you need to download that device's application on the whatever you have here. So same thing goes later on when you're moving from, for instance, Samsung back to here, if you're using this phone as a kind of like a backup device. So you just store backed up data on here and you move it into the shelf and whatever and don't care about it. And then you want to restore this data from this. Instead, you need to now download Mi Mover on the Samsung as you're moving data from here to this. So you need to download the application of the device you're moving data to, hence Mi Mover. And this one will be the best kind of way you can go about it, as it allows you to literally move any kind of shred of information, the data, so applications, no matter where they originated from, and if they are still downloadable or not from Play Store or whatever else, this process doesn't care whatsoever. App data is included in that, actual app data, by the way, not what Google claims, and everything else in between, like call logs, messages, and so on, is being moved too, as well as photos. And also, they're not limited to just 15 gigabytes. Hey, if you have enough storage on the other device, then you can move all the photos. Obviously, the only limitation is if you have half a terabyte of photos here and you're trying to move to a 256 gigabyte device, well, you kind of have 2 times more storage on here that you're using opposed to what the phone actually can store. So in this case, you would be limited to that 256 storage of the other device. But obviously, if you have about the same storage, 256 on both, then not really much to worry about. Now, with that long explanation, we can move on to the actual reset. So now that our data has been backed up in whichever way you chose to, we can now move to the settings, about tablet, and in here at the bottom you'll find factory reset. This will present you the list of data that will be removed, which we can completely ignore because we have already gone through the backup. So we're going to select erase all data, and next you'll need to confirm your screen lock if you have one. If you don't, it will just automatically skip over this page and go to the next one, which is this. Now here it gives us option to back up our data, though this is only allowing us to back up data to the cloud. Now I showed you different ways of going about it, ones that I find better than the cloud. So this is kind of useless. So I'm going to select factory reset without backing it up. And Xiaomi considers their user base to be room temperature IQ. So they give you a little 10-second timer right here before you can progress further, letting you know that erasing data will basically get rid of it and it cannot be undone. And then again, another 10 seconds, just letting you know that again. Now that I think is a 4th time, it's letting you know that data will be deleted. And now that it runs out, we can now confirm it, and this will begin factory resetting the device, which will presumably take about 1 to 2 minutes tops. I'm going to wipe the screen. There we go. So I'm going to let it run through and come back once it's been completed. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, and today I will show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top right side of your screen, as well, left side gets us notifications. And in here, we're looking for the screen recorder toggle. Now, I think it's added by default, and I do see it right here. There it is. So you're looking for a camera icon, but if you can't see it on your end, you can click on the edit button. You sometimes might need to kind of swipe up on this list if it's extending further. And in edit, you'll definitely be able to find your screen recorder somewhere in here if it's not added. And when you do, just click on the plus. As you can see, it just gets added. And additionally, in here, you can also add the labels to all these toggles so they're visible right here. Anyway, once you see the screen recorder, you can now, first time around, hold it. And this will give you a quick little pop-up of the options for settings. So we have things like resolution, which is already set to the highest one that the device can do. That's good. Next we have video bitrate. It is set to 32. I don't think that's the default. I think 16 might be the default option, but I could be wrong. In any case, I'm going to assume that 16 is the default, as that's what it is also on the phones, which also have a higher resolution. So in here, what I recommend doing is trying to see which bitrate works for you. Now, what this actually means, this entire thing, it's basically going to lower or increase the amount of storage the video takes, and by doing so, it also allows it to have more detail. So it's basically quality. I mean, as it's basically named, but the way it's a little bit different kind of way of approaching quality than you might be used to. It's not quality based on resolution, it's quality based on how much data can be recorded. So, as an example, if you select something like a 1 megabit and you start recording, you'll end up with an image that looks a bit pixelated in motion. And I'm going to actually demonstrate it. Let's also make it 60. By the way, contrary to what Sony or Microsoft would like you to believe, 24 is not cinematic. Go piss off. You can select 60, which will be the sweet spot. It's one that is used basically on every kind of platform, like social media ones, YouTube and so on. And it's also smooth, so that's great. While 90 is higher, will look nicer, but majority of the social media sites will still downscale it back down to 60, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to stick with that one. And anyway, let's quickly record just so you can see that crappy resolution, or this crappy quality. So I'm going to start recording now. And stop. So I was specifically swiping between pages, as this is where you will see this effect most kind of in a most pronounced way. So let's navigate to our gallery application. Got it. We're going to go into collections, and in collections you'll find screenshots and screen recordings, and that's not it. Oh, right, screen recordings right here you want to select. And there we go. You can see this in a motion right now. If I zoom in, this is horrid. And you can also see the text is very weird. Like, this is weirdly kind of looking text with a lot of artifacting around it, and just generally looking kind of wonky. Now, this isn't because it's in motion, by the way. This is because of the bitrate. So you'll also notice, wait, let me go back to it, that when the footage is stopped, damn it, it'd be freaking nice if this fucking thing could stop. Oh my god, the controls here are awful. Okay, so I did kind of move it a little bit forward, and this will matter because if we now zoom in, we can start to see this text looks now much better than it did before. And if I start to kind of like go back and forth, you can see how it basically goes from like looking very awful to kind of removing a lot of this kind of weird noise around text. So this is what bitrate will be doing to your screen recording. If it's too low, it will look pixelated. Now that I'm gonna go back into settings right here, I'm gonna increase it to a normal one, like 24. I like to go a little bit step over what is the default, just for that extra quality. And you will be able to see the same footage looking much nicer. So, other than that, we also have the sound settings right here, so you can record either microphone, system sound, both, or nothing. If you're planning to record both, I would urge you to maybe use some kind of headphones, earbuds, or anything like that, as the way this will work is when the system sound is being recorded, it's being recorded on a software side, internally. Then, once it's being recorded, that sound is being passed through the speakers, and when it's passed through the speakers, a microphone might pick it up the second time. When it does, it could create this unwanted echo effect, which obviously not the best, so you might as well just kind of use headphones. I believe also muting the tablet would work as well, as the volume of your device right now when you're recording doesn't really matter for the recording. It's still going to record it. In any case, I'm going to select or stick with the system, which is selected. Frame rate, like I was saying before, 60, the best option. And then below that, we have some additional options, like for instance, show touch gestures. So this will record a semi-transparent gray dot where your finger was pressing the display. I'll enable this just so you can see how that looks like on the recording. We have show button taps and also lock screen to end the recording. And that's it. So anyway, let's now record a little bit more normal. Now I'm going to try to repeat the same thing as I did before, just so we have, again, the same kind of comparison. And I will also try to show you something else. So typically we'll be able to open up most applications. So I'm going to open up something like music right here, whatever. And obviously this is going to be visible. Let's move on to something that won't be. So we could not reach the Netflix servers. Come on. There we go. And I do want to point out, right now when I'm recording this, you can clearly see there's content visible right here. I can move through this. Also, you can see this dot following my finger. This will be important. And we have sign-in options right here, along with a bunch of info, which, let's be honest, no one cares. Keep in mind, I am not logged in. That is going to be very important, at least in my opinion. Now, anyway, once we are done recording, you can interact with this option right here, stop it, and this will save it. Now, you also have the option to view your screen recordings by clicking right here on this folder. And this is obviously when it's open. Once you close this, it's obviously going to be much easier to go through the gallery. And like I did before, collections, screenshot screen recordings, screen recording tab, and there it is. And this is the same thing. Now, I'm going to show you the same kind of recording right here. And you can already see this has no artifacting happening at all around the perimeter of the text. It is a little bit, might be blurry, but this could be because I am like zoomed out way the hell into it. So, you know. Now, once I start kind of scrolling, you can see there is nothing happening with the text. It's pretty damn sharp all throughout. And also, let's take a look at this. These are now taking the entire page, by the way, and are still relatively sharp, even in scrolling motion. So this is basically frame by frame. So you can see this is looking much better. Now, anyway, let's play the rest of the video just so you can see something else, which will be the option of Android that basically is designed to protect the privacy and security of the user. Now, it's going to be most commonly used by bank applications to prevent any kind of malicious party trying to gain access to your bank without your permission or knowledge through some kind of malware that would be able to see the screen when you're typing in your PIN, passwords, or whatever. And with that being said, this is also being used by Netflix. Now you can see there was this banner for signing in content. And I'm going to continue playing this, and you will be able to see nothing here. Now, in general, this is a good feature. for bank applications, especially that bank applications allow you to, for instance, download, as an example, PDF of something that you might probably wanted to record, like the payment that you have made or something like that. So you typically not use a screen recorder for that, maybe screenshots, but both of them would be blocked. So in that case, you can't do it. So you could result into something that bank allows you to do, which is just straight up get a confirmation of a PDF, a file that is going to confirm that payment. Now, when it doesn't make sense is for streaming platforms such as, for instance, Spotify, Netflix. Now, as you've seen, this was the first time that this app was being opened on the device, and I am not signed in. I actually don't even own a Netflix account. Never did. Therefore, I have never agreed to terms of service or use. The application itself didn't ask me for any permission to do anything on my device when I opened it up, clearly visible on the recording. And yet it's basically changing what I can do with the device. Now, any kind of bullshit excuse that I agreed to it goes out of the window because I actually never have. I didn't even install this application, as Xiaomi provides this application with their devices out of the box. So because this is just blatantly violating what I would consider to be my property, I'm going to tell it to go fuck itself and show you alternative ways that you can capture screen recordings of any kind of show, movie that you want. Just because go fuck yourself, Netflix. Know your place. So, you want to violate my personal property in an idea of basically preventing piracy. I'm going to show you how to do it then correctly, or other ways. And by the way, just to put that out there, if you're paying for this shit, you should be in your damn fucking right to record it. It is literally under fair use. There is nothing that application should be able to do like this to prevent you from achieving something that you would want to do in any kind of bullshit reasoning like piracy purposes. Now, it's illegal for you to distribute an entire show, as an example, or a movie that you'd be recording, which is fine. But there's a law for that. Netflix isn't here, the judge, to basically prevent you from doing so. So because of that, I'm going to be showing you how we can do this to basically screw over this bullshit. So we're going to go, I'm actually, to be completely fair, I'm not actually going to show you exactly the website, where to go. I'm going to teach you how to find it. And reason for that is I actually showed before these websites, and when I do, it looks like they do get taken down. So if I show you something or record something right now, chances are someone watching this into the future, and this website will be dead, such as the one that I was showing. So instead of that, I will basically approach it with a, kind of an idea. Instead of giving a man a fish, I'm going to teach you how to fish. So instead of feeding you for a day, I'm going to feed you for life. Anyway, so one of those sites that I was showing was the pstream.mov. Now, if I navigate here, as you can see, this site is completely dead. Now, this doesn't matter, as what you can do instead is, for instance, look for alternatives. And the best place to always look for anything like this is, well, definitely not through Gemini. You can go fuck yourself, Google. You're the shittiest thing that has come out. So what you're going to be looking for, actually, is through Reddit. Let's be honest. People are the ones that are looking for alternatives like this. Not AI, not any kind of articles. So if you're finding it somewhere else, chances are it's probably shit. You're going to be looking to other people that basically try to achieve the same thing as you are. And the best place to find other people trying to achieve the same thing is usually Reddit. Which is, filled still with bots, but it achieves what it needs to. So here, if we go, you'll see we have a bunch of different links to other alternatives listed right here. Now, this is a small list right here. Depending on how you write the term to search for something, strictly looking through Reddit, you will find a list that comprises of, let me look, like about 20 different sites, if not more. And yeah, basically you have a vast list of different sites that all try to do the same thing. So you can pick whichever one you want. Once you do, in there, for free, you can watch any kind of show or video from any kind of platform, which is pretty nice. But hey, I'm not here to show you how to pirate this content. We're assuming that you're quotation mark paying subscription for it. In this case, you are in your damn right to do so. So if you source this content somewhere else, hey, that's up to you. If a platform that you're paying for, that is the content that originates from, is providing with a shitty service, you can look for a different one. After all, you're already paying for it. So there is no kind of losses there for the company. In any case, because this content would be visible on the browser, you can record browser no problem. Just like you can capture a screenshot in here. This one will be much faster if I didn't lock that damn device. Let's try that again. There we go. So you can see I can capture a screenshot. That's browser for you. I can do whatever the hell I want in the browser, and no matter what the content is open, it won't be blocked, which is pretty damn good. So from there, you can open up show that you might want to, I don't know, record a clip of, so you can share, which under fair use, you can do so. Under, I think if it's like below 30 seconds or something like that, or maybe more, I have no clue. You need to check that. But there's a limit after which, if you surpass it, it could get copyright striked, or for instance, you could get a DMCA strike or some crap like that. So keep that in mind. But there is a fair use of any kind of content that you can record and share if you please so. So hopefully this was relatively informative to you. And hey, if it was, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.